Yeah, they don't do the banana
Hi,
phone anymore.
welcome to Altered Echo Archives, where my players are still just talking about
Yeah,
stuff. It's all right.
we're
It
great.
keeps us in like that high, happy mood for the game. So we are dual streaming today, as some of you might have seen. But welcome, Echoes. Happy to have you guys here. I am Evie, the Disaster GM. My pronouns are she, they, or any. And let's go ahead and do our introductions. We will start with the one that you cannot currently see, Joel.
Oh, hello. I am the embarrassed voice of a person called Joel. I use any pronouns. I'm going to be playing Balder Mistforge, who uses he, him, who is an appealing speaker, who moves like a cat, who used to move like a cat and still rises from the depths. Now he moves more like a crab.
Just kind of halfway.
Did I?
Uh,
Yeah. Moves like half of a cat crab.
all right, cool. But yes, you have a variety of aquatic animal parts. But let's jump over to our artist, Alina.
Hey everybody, I am Alina Pete. I will be playing Kale. We are both they, them. And Kale is an empathic explorer who helps their friends and has the soul of a dragon. I swear I've looked at my character sheet recently. It's great. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what's happening tonight.
I have so much faith that you guys will survive the evening, especially when split for an indeterminate period
We're
of time.
doing perfectly reasonable things too, so everything will be fine.
Oh yeah, middle of the night in the city, escorting a bear. It's fun.
That's great.
Speaking
That's perfectly normal.
Speaking of which, Extel, why don't you go ahead and intro yourself?
Hello, it's me, everybody. Sorry, I was putting out posts because I forgot to do it
Nailed it.
a minute ago.
We're also
in case you didn't know, we're live.
Yeah,
but,
shocking.
To cut the feed. Cut the feed. We're done.
I'm still not done yet. Is the thing. Hold on. Here we go. I'm Estelle. Everybody, nice to meet you.
We love you. We love you.
I'm playing Jax Redacted, a chaotic warrior who needs no weapon, and also ride the lightning. And I'm prepared to do whatever chaos needs to be done to do whatever it is we need to do today.
Perfect. Perfect. And you've also got your friend Philip with you.
Oh yeah, yes,
Philip is
yeah.
the problem now.
Philip the Great
kind of.
is his name.
Philip the Great. But last but certainly not least, Maggie.
That's me. Hi, I am Maggie. I use they and she pronouns. I'm playing Sybil, who is an I am also not staring at my character sheet. An over-eager adept who would rather be reading and is a walking dream, and who is having the 7th worst consecutive day of her life. So this is going to be fun.
It's great.
Theoretically, your friend died this morning.
It
was this
yesterday.
morning.
Yesterday.
Okay, yesterday. Your friend died
yesterday.
He's back.
Because he kind of
He's got a bear now.
So I committed a murder.
He kind of woke up
24 hours ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he got
an accidental murder.
And now you're home. Everything's great.
But we are having a great time. So are the characters. It is absolutely wonderful. But yeah, so as our primary announcement, as you might see in the corner of the screen, we are using our donation fundraising campaign, etc., for medical aid for Palestinians. It is an organization that works for the health and dignity of Palestinians living under occupation as refugees. It provides immediate medical aid when able to those in great need, while also working toward the development of the Palestinian healthcare system. For those who are or have been curious about our Tiltify campaigns, we leave them active for as long as Tiltify allows. It does apparently, which I recently discovered, gradually expire over time if left dormant for too long. But do not feel afraid to try and go to the QR code if you are watching this at a later date. We leave them up for as long as we can. As some of you may have also seen, I am guesting on Fuzka's channel for their Awakenings campaign. My character is dead, but all of us are, so it's not that bad of a thing. I did almost die a couple of times. Almost redead. I don't know.
I
It's
believe in you.
complicated. It's complicated. I have so far survived within the afterlife. But anyway, it is a fun time. You should definitely check them out. And with all of that out of the way, let's roll into focusing on today's session, where we
Oh, yeah.
have a split party. As a content warning, we at the Archives would like to remind the audience that this is an adult content rated game, with adult language, depictions of violence and gore, possible mentions of loss or trauma, and or similar content. We do our best not to cross each other's lines, but for those watching, you have been warned. Last time, while the majority of the group faced off against Lancers with the aid of the lightning summoned bear, Philip, Sybil managed to have finally reached her family home. And my dog is, I should have taken his collar off. Sybil managed to finally reach her family home up at the top of the city in Ridgecrest. She's sneaking in with the intent to check on her brother, who finally had managed to get a note back to her through a variety of means, because something's going on that was not super clear in the message. She successfully snuck past one of the moms who was reading in the den using her pass-through walls ability, where she goes intangible, snuck upstairs and had a brief conversation with the brother, who was perturbed with her disappearance. The sister also has something going on that is mentioned briefly, of seeing things and having nightmares, waking up screaming, and covering her forehead with a sash that she refuses to show people. The brother has also grown to be unusually tall in comparison to Sybil, previously having not quite been that height, and this is not enough time in between for him to have grown that quickly. In the meantime, the party did manage to defeat the Lancers, most of which were scared off into retreating with the indication of, hey, we get it, we bit off more than we can chew, please don't kill us. Just let us go. Through grace and coincidence, Jax did let most of them run away. Philip did manage to, with the assistance of Balder, who was riding the bear through the battle, maul and partially consume one of them.
Yeah, Philip.
But recognizing that due to the fact that this was the middle of the night, in the middle of a cliffside city, Philip managing to find his way out without possible incident with various residents, Kale and Jax decided to chase after the bear to try and escort him out, hopefully without any maulings or the remainder of the guards and watchmen trying to take out the threat to the population. And Balder used his two new friends, Ben and Corey, Corey the shark tooth watchman to escort him up to where Sybil is with the intent of rescuing her from her family and potentially getting the group rejoined and back together. We will start with Sybil and Balder to an extent,
Oh,
where Sybil is hiding in the closet of her sister's room after one of the moms, Orla, had come to check up on Vera after Vera freaked out seeing Sybil go intangible and started screaming about Sybil dying. Mama Orla has stepped out and instructed Brother Milo to step out as well to let Vera rest as much as they could. And we are left with Vera curled up on the bed moodily, like any preteen going through growing pains and traumatic experiences might be, glaring at where she can see Sybil in the closet.
She waits a couple of, I mean, probably like a good 30 seconds before like opening the door super quietly. It's like, thank you. Thanks.
So you're not dead.
Nope.
Not dead. Okay.
Nope. I'm
Are
very
you
much
sure that
alive.
you're not- Are you sure that you're not dead?
That's a really hard question to answer, actually, but I'm pretty sure I'm not dead. And I feel like that's like, I was gonna say you can like poke me, but I just kind of showed you that I am not. That's not. I'm okay. Are you okay?
If you're okay, why were you gone?
I had to be gone to be okay. It. I. And she like walks over and sits on the like probably the very edge of Vera's bed. I was like, I wasn't happy, and I didn't know how to tell them I wasn't happy. I thought that it would be easier to just stop going to school for a little bit, and then a little bit became a long bit, and then I didn't know how to talk to you guys because I knew that you would tell them that I had left, and then I didn't want them to know where I went, and then I met some friends, and they're so cool, Vera. And like, I'm really happy now. And I'm sorry that I didn't tell you where I was going. That's really messed up, I know. But I also really don't want to talk to them right now, so like please don't tell them I'm here.
You're just making it worse.
Making what worse?
Not talking to them.
Yeah, maybe, but I you're like 12. You don't get to lecture me about making things worse.
I'm not the one who said it. I was just translating.
You're not the one who said it then? Mom?
Him. And she points to nothing.
Vera, who's sitting over there?
He's not sitting, he's standing.
Mm-hmm.
He can't tell me his name.
Okay. Vera, there's not. Hold on. She gets up and goes over to kind of where Vera pointed. It's like, he's here? He's here.
Well, he moved because it's rude to stand inside of people.
So you. Vera, who are you talking to?
He can't tell me his name, and I figured that someone that can look like they're dead but isn't dead, might understand. But you're just doing what you always do, and you don't believe me when I tell you something.
I don't not believe you. I just find it difficult. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. That's probably a thing that
Just
you
because you
can
can't see something doesn't mean it's not there.
do. Does Milo know about this?
No, Milo
Milo,
hovers worse than moms do.
that's 'cause he's your big brother. Come on. We're both gonna do that pretty much forever.
You don't hover, you disappear. Even before now, you would just disappear. You didn't want to handle it, so you would just not be there.
I'm sorry. Is that I'm not very good at this. I'm not good at talking. That's why I don't really do that. I like just we need to tell Milo, okay? He needs to know. I have some things I need to tell both of you together about why I can't tell moms that I'm back right now, okay? And we need to figure out who you are talking to. You can't just be talking to is it a real person? What do they look like?
He's got long hair and weird clothes.
Weird like how?
Like flowy, but like tight arms. He says to keep them out of the way. Well, the clothes out of the way. He says that if you've got flowy stuff, it can get caught in what you're working on.
Okay. Um. Hmm. 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 Uh. Hmm. Am I facing him right now?
And she points to the other corner of the room since he had gotten out of the way of you.
And Sybil addresses the air.
Yeah.
She's like, hello? Your name isn't Lucan by any chance?
She looks at the corner too and just kind of shrugs.
So he's not okay. Oh god, okay. That was the only thing that I was considering that he could have. This is so fucking weird. I don't know what's going on. Oh my god.
He came out of one of Mom's fancy collection things downstairs.
He came out of something? And no one else can but you?
Yeah, it's really weird and it's really scary sometimes that he just like pops up like that. I'm the only one that can see him, and so no one believes me, and that's why I thought you were dead.
I'm not dead. I believe you. I don't know what to do about this. I'm gonna get Milo. Don't move. Okay? I'll be right back. I promise.
Where am I gonna go?
I don't know. Go in screaming to moms? That's generally no. I'm trying to not make this situation worse. Be right back. And she just turns and stomps out of the room. Does not stomp. We're not stomping. That would be such a bad idea. She stomps one time and is like, fuck.
So
she's going to get Milo. Yeah.
So are you going through the door or are you opening the door?
It takes so long. She's opening it.
Okay. Carefully, quickly.
Carefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you open the door and kind of peek out, you can see that Mama Orla is kind of standing in the middle of the upstairs landing,
Great.
looking at your bedroom door.
Great.
And she touches it kind of once and then goes back to the mom bedroom.
Rip.
Yeah.
Ripperoni.
Milo, however, is just kind of sitting against the wall on the other side, like directly across from the door.
As soon as she can tell that Orla's gone, she cracks the door open just a little bit more. It's like, Milo,
What?
come here.
If Mama stands up and is like, is she okay? And like walks in and he looks at Vera, are you okay?
Yes. Shuts the door.
Vera's just like, fine. What?
Vera, would you like to tell Milo what you just told me?
No.
Can I tell Milo what you just told me?
Yeah, but he's not gonna believe you. He's gonna
Okay.
think that I'm lying to get attention because that's what both of you always think.
This is very challenging for me, and I'm going to try really hard not to respond to that. Vera turns to Milo and just goes, so Vera has informed me that something crawled out of one of the artifacts that's in the collections room.
Didn't crawl.
Sorry, came out, stepped out, perhaps. And now she can see him and no one else can. And before you think that she's lying, I'm going to remind you that I can do this now. And makes her hand go incorporeal and just kind of wave it a little. Like, so let's just, we all believe you, okay, Vera?
Mhm. So Vera just kind of looks at Milo, and Milo looks at her and then looks at you and then just kind of grunts and nods and goes, okay, fine. So she can see and hear something that
Something.
we have no way of seeing.
Yeah, what did he come out of, Vera?
He came out of the one that has all of the different panels on it.
Is that something that we've seen before? Hold on.
Yeah, there's a variety of items from various digs and research that the moms have in the collection room downstairs. One of them has a variety of seemingly faceted panels that might be made out of metal.
Okay.
There's no way to tell how they're connected because there are seams, but like no soldering or anything that seems to connect them. There are no bolts or anything. Once they cleaned it off from the various detritus that was on it, it like is super shiny too. Maybe footish tall and wide.
Okay, so it's small.
Yeah. Could easily like basketball sized ish.
Fascinating. Okay. And she would have known about this before she left?
Yeah, it's just one
yeah.
of the
Just
various
one of the
items
things.
that they have on display. They have no idea what it is. None of the kids have any idea what it is. It's just something that was dug up from inside of the city. This one
Didn't-
was like brought in.
Didn't your sister have a dream about these exploding?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what her nightmares consist of.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
things in the collection room exploding.
Great. Very cool. Vera. Hmm. We're gonna come back to that. No, because I really want to. It's still down there, right?
Yeah.
Can we put him back in it?
I've tried. I got in trouble because they thought I was trying to break it. And so now I just. There's a reason why I was with mom.
Hmm. You got in trouble?
Yeah.
Okay.
They thought I was trying to break it. I don't want them to break. That's why I'm trying to put him back in. Even though he says that's not going to make them stop breaking. But it's yeah.
Okay. 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 Oh God, I need to tell my friends about this. I need to tell you guys some stuff about Moms and Uncle Harper. Okay? And in the same way that we're all trusting Vera and me, I need you guys to just keep an open mind. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, Uncle Harper's a bad guy, and that's
Uncle Harper's a bad guy. Yeah.
Uncle Harper's a bad guy.
Best
Yeah.
first sentence to an explanation ever, by the way.
I truly do believe in being direct and to the point.
That is certainly direct and to the point.
This is so Harper's bad, and Harper has been lying to a lot of people for a really long time, and Moms might be kind of caught up in it a little bit in a way that makes it hard for me to want to see them right now, which is why I really appreciate you guys not telling them that I'm here. But just, I need you to be very careful about dealing with Harper, okay?
I would like you to make an intellect task, not to convince them, but to remember something.
Ooh.
You have a free asset, by the way, gifted to you by someone in chat. Just saying.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
how exciting.
Yeah, so instead of it being a difficulty of 3 out of 9, it is now a difficulty of 2 out of 6.
I did get all of my bad rolls out first because that's a nat 20.
Nat 20 special effect.
My memory is so good for once.
Noise.
Yeah. Vera hates Uncle Harper Michelli and has seemed to always hate Uncle Harper. She goes quiet when he comes over. She doesn't like being around him. And it seemed to start maybe when she was about 6 or 7. And she said that her friend that you had never met didn't like Harper either. And that's why she didn't like him, because the friend said that he was mean to people
Okay.
and did stuff that he wasn't supposed to.
I think
She used to talk about this friend a lot and how the friend would tell her things that she was not supposed to know, and that it always seemed to startle the moms when she found out about it or knew about it. And because she would get in trouble and you and your brother would make fun of her for having an imaginary friend, she eventually stopped talking about them.
So Sybil says, like, I need you to be careful dealing with Harper. And turns to look at Vera.
Yeah,
says,
and Vera is
"You
just
knew
kind of
this."
glaring at, yeah, and like just glaring at you.
But
Like, how dare you tell me of all people? Because she used to try and tell you, but you thought she was just being a brat. Because Uncle Harper always really liked you and like would bring you treats and stuff.
Ripperoni. Oh gosh. Vera, I don't think I've been very fair to you. Okay, you knew this about Harper. You knew that he was bad a long time ago.
I used to have a friend that would
Who was the
tell
friend?
me about things. I don't know. It was someone that would play.
Okay.
Like they'd tell me stories, and it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, I get that we have like imaginary friends when we're younger, but like they didn't like him either, and moms would get upset when my friend told me stuff, so I stopped listening. And my friend didn't like him, so I didn't like him, and he always looked at me funny when I would say the things that my friend told me about him. So
Did your
I figured
friend
they were true.
look like our friend over in the corner? Or
No,
didn't dress like him, didn't look like him? It's just a
they're
different.
gone now.
That's not an answer, but I'll accept that. Okay. I came back just to make sure that you guys were okay. I am doing all of this to make sure that you guys stay okay.
You know how to make nightmares stop?
Maybe I can try something. I don't
Of all
know.
the people to ask, Sybil's the person to ask.
Maybe you kind of have to be asleep. Maybe I think. Let me just think back on all the things I can do. Hold on.
Yeah. But yeah, so Milo has just kind of been quiet this entire time, but is taking in the fact that the older sister and Milo has always like admired you. Occasionally he's like an annoying little brother, but Milo has always like been like, oh my god, my big sister. She is the best. So he's still a moody teen, but kind of is absorbing the fact that you're just taking what she says at face value. So even though he has been very skeptical of all of this entire time, he just kind of doesn't really even make a sound, just kind of nudges Vera in that like little brother trying to apologize but refusing to say it out loud type of gesture that they do sometimes. And she just sticks her tongue out at him. And he pinches her. And then she smacks him on the leg.
Well, so oh my god, you guys are ridiculous. Okay, I need to do some stuff. I need to look down at the collections room and see if I can figure out what's going on with all of those things. They're basically okay. Basically, for the only there's too many things inside of my head right now. I need you to understand that magic is waking up. The things that we have in our house are magic. They're going to wake up. The things that we have in our house are magic. They're going to wake up. We don't know what they do. That's it. That's all of it.
It's just kind of gently touching her forehead where she's still got a sash or a scarf wrapped around it. And then she just kind of nods. And then looks like she's about to take it off and then just kind of nods again.
Vera, do you want to talk about what's on your head? You were never a hat person, so
No, because you'll make fun of me for it, and just maybe the nightmares will stop if you get the magic things out.
it's not really a... Okay, don't take this the wrong way. We can't get the magic things out of the house because I'm pretty sure we are also magic things. So, us. Sorry, Milo. I think you're fine for now.
Like he's like remember he grew like a full head taller in the couple
Yeah.
of months since you've seen him.
Kids do that sometimes.
Okay.
Sybil, who has never seen a child before, is like, yeah, I don't know, kids
That's
grow
okay, yeah.
quick.
Okay, cool. Between the two of you, it's just like if that's magic, I don't know if I want it.
Well,
Because like she's having nightmares and talking to invisible people.
I would take
And
nightmares.
it's really kind of cool that you can not quite disappear.
There's some other
But-
stuff.
But like yeah.
Okay. Vera, seriously though, what is on your forehead? I want to go downstairs. I have a literal inability against jumping in, so I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I want to know what this thing is.
Yep. Mhm. Perfect person to try and hide something from and not be civil about it. But yeah, so Vera is gonna like kind of shuffle uncomfortably, and as they start lifting the scarf that's on their head, we're gonna switch over to Joel, who is
Incredible.
making Baldur is making his way up to the top of the city with his new friends, Ben and Corey. I'm assuming, Baldur, that when they suggest taking one of the trolleys, one of the like air trolleys that works
Mhm.
on a pulley system, that you're completely okay with that instead of having to walk up
Oh fuck yeah.
half of the cliffs via staircases.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay, cool. So what is your plan? Are you explaining anything further to them? Like what are we doing?
No, I'm not. I'm just not really telling them anything important. I'm
Are you
actually
telling them where you're going?
yeah, I told them where we're going. I also did tell them about how these people kidnapped me. Just as a fun aside, like while we're talking, I would be like, by the way, this is a funny story, right? These people, right? They actually kidnapped me, and then I'm just gonna. This is just my chit chat as we're gondolaing to wherever it is we're going. Just casually talking about being a kidnap victim.
So you're traveling around with
Right? Yeah.
people that kidnapped you?
Yeah.
Why are you still with them?
It got better. They stopped kidnapping me after a bit.
I'm not sure I will ever understand
Well,
your
see,
friends.
think about it this way, right? You and I, we used to be enemies because we started opposite sides. You were gods, and I was me. Now you and I are friends. We're targeting together. So changes happen.
When were we enemies? I was just escorting you from one
Well, you
level
were
to another
a
because,
god.
like, our job is to help people.
I did
And
not
he
mean
looks
to hurt.
super offended.
Yeah, I did not mean to hurt your feelings. I meant because you're a god, and I'm trying to stop the gods from attacking the people of Deepview. So we kind of on opposite ends of that.
I have
Not
never
now.
attacked a citizen.
Right.
of the
Me
city.
neither. I'm just saying, guards and people who want to, Anyway, so yeah, no, they're now my friends. Well, hardly. We working towards a mutual goal together. Just like us, two of you and me.
Yeah. Well, if you don't mind me being a guard for however much longer that lasts,
Not really.
since I've attacked allies of the city
Yeah,
for
you did do
you
that.
because you convinced me they were attacking members of the city
There were a child.
who disappeared, by the
Right.
way.
Yeah. No,
Um,
they do that. They're kids.
so, which house is it that we're going to up there?
Um.
Because that's an interesting district
I'll.
for one of your friends to be visiting.
Oh well, they live there, so
Could you describe which one it is that you're going
Yeah.
to?
Oh yeah. This
You're
one.
going. You're going to the Keenly house.
Sure.
You're going. You're going to House Keenly.
What's wrong with me going there? I can go wherever I please.
People in general
Right.
don't like just out of the blue visit advisors to the council
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
especially advisors of Councilman Michelli.
right.
You know one of the advisors?
Uh, no. Well, technically, it's a complicated thing. I think.
You said that they lived there.
Well, okay. No, the person I know that lives there is not one of the advisors. A, it's is I think maybe their kid. I don't bloody know. It's just somebody that lives there. It's their home.
And the shock that comes over their face, because as far as they are aware, since they have not seen Sybil with you guys,
True.
Sybil is still abducted
Oh yeah, true.
and missing.
By
So,
a
like,
man
it's
with white
just,
hair and a little tea person
yeah.
who they've
So,
seen.
just like complete shock.
Mm-hmm,
Are
mm-hmm.
you going to give them a ransom note?
What? No. No, I'm going to get my friend. She went back home. Like,
You were
today.
fighting alongside her abductors. I thought it was
No,
some sort
no.
of general
Hang on. No.
political coup after what you
Okay.
were describing.
So,
I
yes.
the
Okay. Those. Hang on. Wait. You're getting two mixed things confused here. All right. Sybil
No,
is not a victim of kidnapping.
you are apparently, and now you're working with them.
Yes. In fact, she kidnapped me and then we
Sybil
talked.
Keenly.
Right. Yeah.
Sybil Keenly.
Correct. I think that's their last name. Sure.
Sybil Keenly kidnapped you. He just looks
Okay. Hang on.
completely dumbfounded
I
by
know
this
I know
idea.
this sounds
Next to him,
bonkers.
Corey is smiling like all shark teeth on display because he thinks this is hilarious. That, like, the school kid daughter of a couple of advisors, like the Nepo baby rich kid, kidnapped you. The guy that rode a bear through
All right.
combat and was
Just wait
cheering
till
it
they find
on
out
as
she
it
killed
ate
somebody too.
someone.
All right. Here's the thing. You've got to understand that they may look unassuming, but that thing is a killer. A stone cold.
Sybil Keenly.
In fact, I would
Isn't
argue.
she like 15?
Probably. Teenagers are terrifying. What do you mean?
Like, they make it sound like she's like 15.
She put a dagger in a man's head and then blew the man's head off.
He like starts laughing. Sybil Keenly stabbed someone in the head and made it blow up.
Oh yeah, killed one of our friends too.
I would like you to make an interaction roll with these people to convince them of what you are saying. This is
Please fail.
is
We
a-
don't want
yeah,
them to believe this.
yeah, this is a
What is
difficulty
fact?
of 5. That's a
I rolled a
difficulty of
7.
5. Okay, so they just think that you are at this point just talking out your ass. It is absolutely hilarious. Part of the reason why they're continuing to escort you to House Keenly is because they want to see the reaction of these advisors to the council to you just showing up at their door and be like, "Hi, I'm a friend of your daughter who is a murderer."
Of course. Well, so here's the thing. I think she has every right to have done what she did. I don't blame her for it. In fact, I probably would have killed the guy if she hadn't. But it's a big issue. There's a political struggle here. It's hard to explain without sounding absolute bonkers. But
You
I'm sure
do, yeah.
I'm sure you both have noticed how there's magic now in the world. Yes?
And he gestures again at Corey, who is still just smiling with like all sharp teeth.
Right. Karma here is not the only one. Tentacle arm, crab leg, lightning bear. Sybil
Right.
is part of our little group. She's been helping us figure out what's going on. It also maybe involved some murder. Is all. Happens anytime. Everybody does it sometimes. It's a normal thing.
No, it's very much not.
Oh, it is.
It's very, very much not a normal thing that everybody does. I'm pretty sure that the majority of the population would be gone if everyone just did a little bit of murder sometimes. I
Well, you've never
also
killed.
do not believe you at all that Sybil Keenly, who is what, like 14, 15, 16, I don't know,
I don't.
which is very much inaccurate, that randomly murdered someone
Oh, it
that
wasn't
is the
random.
most dangerous of your group. I saw,
But,
like,
okay.
I saw the bear,
Right. Yeah. Philip.
and your friend that was absolutely destroying people with his fists.
Chance. Yeah.
Like, he did not even use any
Right.
weapons.
Yeah. He
I
doesn't.
have
use any
no idea
weapons.
what's with the short person. I don't know what they do.
Oh,
But
is that? I don't know who that is. It's Kale. The other one? It's
but
probably Kale. Well, okay. Here's the thing. You're thinking on small terms. Like, if you compare, right, like an insect to a god, yeah, you're gonna think the god is more powerful. But when you consider the result of what their actions are, Sybil has killed more people than Thunderboy. Well, technically, in certain, from a certain.
and he just kind of pats your shoulder gently. You believe that if you need to.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true though. This is. I'm not crazy, okay? Listen. It's important, all right? It's
Yeah.
whatever. All right, you'll learn the truth eventually.
Listen,
You'll be like, well, I'm so happy that you didn't kill us.
obviously we believe you. We obviously believe you about the magic and that things going on are weird, especially with what's happening to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't like the Lancers from the nearby city-state any more than you do. They are very aggressive when working with us.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I just have a difficult time believing that Sybil Keenly,
The 15-year-old, are you gonna say? Yeah.
yeah, like just who's obviously just a kid,
Sure.
is a murderer and has murdered more people
All right.
than the big guy that was just absolutely destroying professional fighters.
All right. First of all, they're not that professional. A fucking bear killed one of them.
A bear.
Right. Yeah. Which, by the way, a bear that I got to ride. So it's not like it's a dangerous bear. But anyway, beyond that, have you ever met a political figure that hasn't committed crimes before? Because it sounds like you haven't. Like you have. And that's illegal. That's impossible. Or it's
How is a kid a political figure?
how is a person that is born into a family with power not a political figure? You think that if a child doesn't go to the parents and it's like, "Hey, daddy, I would like little Bobby to stop bothering me," the dad isn't going to use his political power to make little Bobby stop being annoying.
Please say Bobby forever.
Little
Right. That is an interesting interpretation.
Well, it's the reality. People of power use their power to bully other people who don't have power. Poor Bobby.
And it just kind of continues in this vein as
Yeah.
you guys go up, because there is at this point no convincing them that
Mhm.
Sybil, who they firmly believe after the commotion that was made about her abduction, is just like innocent teenage kid.
Of course.
Because that is the narrative that was handed to them, and
Fucking
that
propaganda. Always
yeah,
gets them.
full propaganda,
This man
because
always
that
makes money.
role to convince them just carries on through.
Yeah.
They believe a lot of
12.
what you say. Yeah, they believe a lot of what you say about like what is going on in the city. But after claiming that you have been abducted by these people and then are now working with them after being abducted by them,
Which is a fact.
um,
Which
it-
is a
yeah,
thing that happened.
and that the one that they believe is the most innocent of the group is the most dangerous. Like
is also
that
bad.
part, yeah, that that part, they're just like, sure,
Yeah.
that's you are entertaining them, and it is stories that you are just sticking to your guns about to kind of amuse them after the trauma of seeing a bear eat someone.
That is true.
So yeah, so it's not even a them calling you a liar. They think that you are just really in character about a story that you're lightening the mood with.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it just seems more outlandish the longer you hold to it.
You're just crab leg Jack Sparrow at this point.
Yeah. So it just keeps going in that vein.
Yeah.
But you do eventually make it up
Oh, pretty.
to Bridgecrest. And like
Smells like rich people.
yeah, it does. And like the sprawling kind of residential / park area that is up there. There are no offices, there are no businesses. It is, you have reached rich person town, essentially, of the
Hell
city. And they escort you through a wide, sprawling park under the starlight, which looking up, it does look like more clouds are rolling in, potentially due to the double dose of lightning from the sky affecting barometric pressure and bringing in storms. But yeah, so it does look like it will probably start raining later. You're not sure if it will be during this day or what, but yeah, you have no cover for when that eventually happens, and they walk slow to accommodate your still attempting to learn to use the crab leg effectively. And it's well into the middle of the night by the time you reach Rose Keenly.
Cool.
So we will get back to that because we need a little bit more time of what Sybil is doing to mesh those times together.
Yeah, go for it.
But in the meantime, if I can control my mouse. There we go. In the meantime, let's hop over to the other two.
Bear Squad.
Bear Squad. So you guys managed to catch up to Philip fairly easily. He was just ambling along very casually, not moving as fast as a bear can obviously do. He's fairly obvious, especially in the developed and primarily empty streets of Icenbridge at night. The Greenbelt should be your goal if you want to get Philip out. From there, he'd be able to wander easily back into the wild. Finding his way back into the forest and home may be troublesome, but much more possible than navigating the carved and developed levels of Cliffside City. So you have him with you. He is familiar with Jax in the kind of will walk along with him way until convinced to do otherwise or distracted in some fashion, so that he will trundle along at your side. So you've probably made it down at least one level in the meantime.
Kale
I'm,
has
like,
been
petting him.
fretting the entire way. Like, they don't get too close to Philip because they just saw him eat a man's entire body.
He's still bloody.
He's,
Yeah, he's
he's
still got,
terrifying.
like,
This is a
he's
bear.
still got blood
They've
and
never
gore
seen a
on
bear
him.
before. So they're like keeping their distance, but they've also got Pico with them, and they're like, right. What do we know about bears? How do we get a bear out of the city in the middle of the night without it hurting anyone?
We just go. Yeah.
He's a bear, and you know that they are big, and that this one likes to eat guards and fights with Jax.
What else do bears eat?
Fish.
People.
All right.
Bears in the grove generally ate like berries and fish and stuff.
All right. Fresh out of both of those at the moment, but I suppose we'll have to make do. Jax, how sure are you that this bear is going to follow what you ask him to do?
Yeah, for the most part.
Wonderful. Right.
He's his own person, He can do what he wants, but I mean,
Well,
we're
that's
cool with
very
each
much
other.
the
So
problem right now.
I don't think he has a problem with coming along with me. Oh, he's
Yeah.
a big boy, yeah. I like slap him on the side.
And he just kind of grumbles back at you. No,
No, it's okay.
Pico,
You had enough to eat.
yeah, Pico kind of leans around Kale's neck to look in your direction. I really hope he's full.
I think he is. He'd have a person. It's a lot of meat.
Okay. Well, we need to move a little more quickly, maybe. Let me think. Is there a tunnel that we can get down to the green belt? And I'll like review my mental maps of the city.
Okay.
As we're moving, I'd like to do a 10-minute recovery roll.
You go right ahead. You go right ahead. 10-minute recovery roll. More than welcome to do so. But yeah, so there is the occasional person that is out at night, and guards that you, for the most part, are managing to avoid.
Phew.
The people that do like see you guys. It's not even a loud scream. It's a like stumble. People are walking along with a giant fucking bear, and then immediately running to hide.
Good.
Yeah.
He's friendly. Trust me.
I just
Well, as
get
long
out
as
of
you
the
don't get too
way.
close.
Run, please.
Yeah.
Just
But
don't
yeah,
look at
like
him.
it's because you are not leaving to his own devices, and you are not attempting to convince him to do anything other than kind of follow along with you. It's not going to be intensely difficult to get him down. Like
Perfect.
this is not his environment that he wants to necessarily be in. For the most part, in another situation, he might have just found a tree among the various greenery of the cliffside city to climb and just fall asleep in. So, for the most part, he is, as far as you can tell, full and docile for the moment.
You.
Yeah. Um, but as time passes, with you escorting him and taking your recovery over the course of the night, the stars have gradually been fading behind cover, and as morning begins to dawn, there is a thick layer of clouds above. So we are a little further ahead in time for the two of you.
Looks like it's gonna rain soon.
Right.
With the hanging scent
course
of
it
an
is.
approaching summer storm lingering in the air and
It's
heading
exactly what we
towards the
needed right
green
now.
belt, you're best at forgetting the bear out of the city, as I said. You can mostly see despite the darkness, especially you, Kale.
Yeah.
From the cliffs, the last time you really looked back at where it all started, up at the top when you were in the park waiting to figure out how to meet with Harper, you had seen the tree in the distance that started it all. It was still daytime at the time, and despite the height, it was still visible. A spot of flowing branches and life in the water top district that had made its home. And as you move your way further down the city side through luck or skill, avoiding patrols on your path, you see it again at night. The leaves are glowing faintly, and it seems larger than before. Specks
Cool.
of light, like fireflies, drift between the canalways and the tree, reaching even so far as the green belt where you're headed. This area that separates the lakelands from the city, and you can almost pick out the tree that hosts your shop, Kale.
Ooh, so is it just the magic tree at the academy that's glowing, or are all the trees a little bit glowy?
For the most part, it's just the tree, but there are specks of light, like traveling fireflies, that you can actually see from where you are making your way pretty much to what would be the bottom level of the cliffs, floating all throughout that like water top district, blue water, and reaching into the green belt. So there is
Fascinating.
glowing specks of light that are big enough to see at a distance.
I imagine too, as we get because to Kale, it's clear as day. They can see in the dark. And the
Yeah.
closer we get to their neighborhood, everything looks really familiar. They get that like stab of homesickness that you get when you've been away, especially in such trying times.
Yeah.
And so the closer we get to the green belt, the more Kale is going to sort of like keep looking towards the tree that is their home,
Yeah.
that marks where the copper kettle sits.
And Philip, as you get closer to where the specks of light are, and what would typically be morning, does start scenting the air more, as if he can also sense something.
All right, not long now. We're almost to the point where he can follow the trees right out of town. So, um, hmm. Do you think he'll be all right, Jax?
He's a bear. I don't think most
Well,
people mess with him.
I just don't want him to attack anyone and then have the Lancers come and run him through.
I don't know if they do. They have me to answer to.
They're looking up in the distance. Is there anyone around their shop?
Looking around the light, like as you get into the green belt itself, the lights are more visible. It doesn't look like small specks anymore. And despite the fact that there is definitely cloud cover that prevents you from, for the most part, seeing the sunrise, because this is about the time for dawn, these lights are like giant glowing will-o'-the-wisps just floating around, which causes people to not necessarily want to be up first thing in the morning while they are around.
That's unusual. These lights aren't normal here. That seems magic-y to me.
Really? I
Yes.
think the only time I spent night here is underground, so I don't know.
Hmm. Right. Listen, we
I
are
know that was the one
very
time Sabar almost killed me. That was nighttime, I think.
right. Yes, that the first time you almost died, of course. Yes, I'd forgotten about that.
That wasn't the
Uh,
first time, but
oh, well, yes, of course.
first time you've seen.
Absolutely. How could I ever forget about it? Jax,
Hmm?
it's been a very long night. It's been a very long several days. How would you be maybe up for another fight?
Just want me to him.
Oh, of course, I shouldn't have asked. It's just that we're very near my shop, and just the thought of the gods having taken it from me is making. I just think we should take it back.
I like this look in your eye. Hold on, this is a new look in your eye. I've never seen this
What?
before.
What are you talking about?
Are you mad, Kale?
Maybe a little.
No, yeah,
I just.
feel it, foster it, yeah, stoke it.
Mhm.
It's great, yeah.
Right.
Question.
It's not a good idea. It's a horrible idea. We absolutely should not fight and take my shop back. We'll just be a target for every god in the city. And then they just start walking towards their shop, like very briskly.
Should we have Philip there or not? No, it doesn't even matter. If he comes, he
Philip, in
comes.
the meantime, has gotten distracted by one of the nearest glowing bits of light and is like trying to paw at it and bite it, and his paw just kind of glances through it. It
Aw.
almost reminds you of Vukan down in the study with how brightly it glows. But nothing happens to Philip the way that, like, when you had touched the light down there, anything that had happened to you guys. So it's sort of like almost an illusion of seeing Vukan again.
Hmm.
But he's very distracted by this giant glowing light and is just like oh, and tries to bite it a couple of times and then wanders off to a different one. So he is thoroughly distracted at this point from what you might want him to do.
He'll be
Kale is
fine.
also thoroughly distracted. I imagine they've got that like tunnel vision. The closer they get
Oh,
to their
yeah.
store, they're just like, I'm going home.
Yeah,
Don't
and I'm
give a
betting
shit
you kind
anymore.
of dodge a couple on your way.
Yeah.
But yeah, you wouldn't even not notice people around because even though they are starting to fade and wink out with like morning, like it's a nighttime effect or something, people kind of wait to get up and move about until the creepy lights are gone.
I would.
So there's no one to see you. Jax,
He'll be
what's your
fine.
choice?
He'll be fine. I'm
Okay.
Philip, we're going over there. Don't eat anybody, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect. Great animal handling.
What I say to him, man.
Okay.
It's a half-hearted
So
attempt to try to get him to come along, but I'm really focused on going.
so yeah, you just jog after Kale.
Yeah.
Okay, so unless you guys are moving quickly, it's probably a 5 to 10 minute walk to where your shop is from where you guys are. Because you can kind of see it's one of the larger trees of the green belt, because like that's one of the reasons why you were able to situate your shop around it. Mm, But it's not close to the edge of the cliffs. Um, so it's about 5 to 10 minute walk as you get a little bit more tunnel visiony going along, um, and gradually the lights kind of wink out around you as you go. So it's dim lighting, but not darkness. So Jax, you can see, but oddly, it's not as bright as it was with the lights out because of the storm clouds overhead.
I wonder why that's happening.
Says
No
the
clue
storm
whatsoever.
god.
Does it storm often here, Kale?
No.
What? Sorry. I mean, it rains sometimes.
No.
Obviously.
All right. So how do you want to do
It's
this?
summer. Summer storms exist.
Do you wanna like go in? Wanna go good cop, bad cop, or do you wanna do like do you just wanna like ambush him, or do we just go in there and go wild? That's my preferred method. Honestly,
Don't particularly have a plan. Maybe the
love it.
smart thing to do would be to go around the back and sneak in the back door and just see if anyone's in the shop. But
No. If we're
fuck
gonna
it.
fight, we don't sneak up. Yeah, we
No,
fight people
that's-
face to face. Yeah.
yes. I also think my neighbors need to know that they've seized my shop from me illegally.
Are you gonna drag it out? Look, no, we'll leave it up in the moment. We just go. We just feel it. We just vibe. No, I'm loving
Sure.
this new
Wonderful.
you.
So I would also like to point out of character that all of this is based off of Kale's assumption that they would have known who Kale is enough to know that's their
Yeah.
shop and to
Yeah.
go seize it in the first
I
place.
literally do not look like I did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's hilarious that you are thinking that.
Yeah.
Are you going to stop at any of the nearby like shops or like couple of residences that are in the area to talk to them first, or are you still like tunnel visioning towards
I
your
think I'm
shop?
just going to my shop.
Okay, so
It's also
so
so
we
early
don't
that
have
nobody's really open yet, except for the baker,
yeah.
because they got to get started baking real
dawn.
early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dawn. So you do see smoke if you even bother to look. You do see smoke coming out of their chimney, so that they have started. Their windows are shuttered to deny the existence of the creepy lights. But like people aren't really up and about yet. Um, but yeah, so like you go along, and as you get closer, you see your tree, you see your shop. And there does seem to be at least one person posted there who looks, even at a distance, because you can read people, stressed out for having gotten the night shift in Creepy Town.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna get a lot more stressed.
Yeah. From the look, it is one of the Lancers, which you are used to them either being with Watchmen or being with another Lancer nearby from the minor bits of observation that you were able to do beforehand. You are probably a long distance out still, but could theoretically get there in a turn, quote unquote, if you did like intense speed to get there. Which basically means that normally you can travel a short distance without rolling, or a short distance and attack with rolling. You can also travel a long distance and roll, but you have no option to attack at the end of that turn. Are you going to just rush forward? Are you going to continue kind of observing? What is your plan of essentially attack?
I'm just giving myself a little bit of a roll here for a randomizer to see just how obsessed Kale is currently.
I believe in you.
I didn't roll great, so I stop for a second. I look over at the Lancer, and then I turn beside me and look at Jax and just nod.
Is that a me go? Or are you going?
That's we both go.
Oh, lovely. Rush.
All right, so I would, in that case, you guys essentially have the element of surprise. So you have a round prior to being noticed because he is stressed out, kind of huddled against the wall of your building, holding his like great spear out already because creepy lights. And is not looking in your direction, so he hasn't seen you yet. You have a surprise round prior to him noticing.
Yep.
Um,
Perfect. I look over, I just nod at Jax, and then I take
Uh-huh.
off
Uh-huh.
towards the
Initiative.
store. Woo! That's
I'm keeping up alongside Kale.
4. You're going much
4?
faster than me, sir.
No,
Okay.
I'm keeping up alongside you specifically because I say as we're running, I'll say, you say you wanted me to teach you how to fight. This is a perfect moment. Okay, I'm not gonna lift a finger until you land a hit or 2 on this guy. Are you ready? Are you ready? You got it. No, I believe in you.
Um,
But I am also
so
trying to get there.
initiative,
Yep.
Jax.
That's a 6. Big old 6 for me is perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna get
Which
stabbed with a
means-
spear.
Which means that he goes first.
Mhm.
All right. So if you are trying to make it there in a single round, instead of having the option of ending this round being seen and then rolling to reach and attack within the
Mhm.
next round, because he would have to travel to get to you otherwise. So I am just making tactical advice as GM. Do you just rush forward, or are you doing the full long distance and attacking next round? Like, how sane are you?
I think I'm still fairly sane. Like, clearly they've
Okay.
lost their sense of reason, but they're not completely lost yet. So they
Okay,
are
okay.
rushing up quietly, and trying to stay somewhat out of sight. So you
Okay.
won't necessarily see them first off.
Okay, so if you are taking the full long distance, I do need a speed task from each of you.
Excellent.
It is a difficulty of 4, so 12.
How about a net 1?
Oh,
Uh, Jax.
What's that do?
how about a 6 again?
Okay, so both of you fail.
That's a
This is
different
going so
die
well.
too.
Yeah, both of you fail with the nat 1. With the nat 1.
I'm gonna have to get
You
involved sooner than I thought.
Great at this.
trip on your way. You are
Yep.
so overwhelmed with the need to get close and torn between getting there sneakily so that you can do a surprise attack or fast so that you can get your property back, that you trip on the robes that you're wearing,
Yep.
face plant.
In
Really
the dirt. Just
like yeah, really aggressively, like you go for the run and it's within a couple of stride, face plant, slide forward, but taking 1 point of damage
amazing.
because it like was right on the nose.
There's like a
Pico,
little yelp.
yeah, Pico yelps loudly and goes flying even further because they were riding on your shoulder, and it's Pico's yelp that catches the guard's attention. So Jax with the 6, you only got to the short distance.
Lovely.
So you got to about 40, 50 feet. So you have another short distance to reach him if he doesn't get to you first. And behind you, once you get there, you kind of slowed down because you heard the thump and then Pico's yell behind you.
Kale just
Because
fully eating shit.
Hale didn't even get the short distance with that natural 1. Which means that we've got the Lancer perking up because what the fuck was that? He's a little on edge. And tilts his head, recognizes you guys.
I'm
And
still like trying to get to my feet. I got like a bloody nose now.
Dale, I
Sets
think
up.
we'll have to do the training next time.
Yeah.
Ow! Ow! Fuck.
sets up in a
Damn it.
guarding his position, but yells as loudly as he can. They're here! Potentially
What are we
alerting
doing?
others in the vicinity that you cannot see.
Bring it.
It's time. Yeah.
Okay. So that is his turn, bringing us to Jax.
Hello. Yep. Gonna Kale's on the floor. So
Yep, on the floor.
like
On the
like
floor,
several meters
like-
back. I didn't
Yeah,
even get
on the
far.
floor, like 30-ish, 35 feet behind you.
Yeah.
And then Maggie just, please make a smart choice. Just
No.
smart choice, just a
I just-
rational one.
Any
just
choice,
go-
any smart choice.
I just go, okay, well, it looks like there's gonna be more than one, maybe. So it will be training after all, and I move forward to attack this person.
So if you want to reach them in one round, because you are still a short distance away, I am going to need another speed task, difficulty of 4. Are you trained in
Ooh.
running?
Yeah, actually, I'm trained in
That-
running and
Oh,
jumping.
there you go.
Okay,
There
so
you
if you are
go.
trained in running, because you are running, that does ease it down to a difficulty of 3, so you only have to reach a 9 or better.
Let's use a different die this time. It's gonna be a beautiful time.
Yeah, that 6 still wouldn't have gotten it with
It's
these.
It's
So
a big
yeah,
old 10.
10.
2
Good enough.
digits. That's good.
Being trained in running saved you. You got there
who I
without
am, yeah.
tripping and without like just not getting there quickly enough. So you do have the opportunity to attack this guard that is like posted up to defend his position. He's
Is
got
he,
his
like-
great spear out.
Okay, I was about to ask, is he holding it in like
Yeah,
ready?
he's holding it ready to attack, essentially, or ready to defend as necessary.
All right, I got a way for how I'm gonna describe how this goes, and I'm gonna describe it
Mhm.
first because I have faith in myself that it's gonna happen. The way it happens is Jax runs up. There's he kind of like slides in closer, and the back of the hand just swoops the greatsword out of the way, and he comes across with his other hand for a haymaker right to the jaw. And I'm using, and I do say at the same time, Fist of the Lightning King. Yeah, and as I use
that-
shock.
So that's your shock one. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
Eh.
Eh?
It's
Was
either a
that
1 or a
nat
20. That's either a 1 or a 20.
Was a nat 1. That was a nat 1. I knew it was a nat 1.
We're doing so well tonight.
So you do
believe in
manage to
myself.
kind of just
work out.
gracefully block the great spear out of the way because it was held up like right there ready to go into you with his next attack. So like you gracefully move that out of the way. Fist of the Lightning King. Haymakers are obvious.
Yeah.
They are super obvious. He sees it coming. He sees electricity start to spark around your fist and arm. Eyes huge. Just dodges right out of the way. And you punch past his head and through the wall, and your fist gets stuck.
Damn it.
So his
swore
next
this would never
attack
happen
on you,
again.
his next attack on you is eased by 1. So that means that your basically your speed defense is going to be hindered by 1 when he goes to attack you next round.
Love it.
Which Hale, you're still more than a short distance away.
Ow.
Yeah, you're within a long distance away. On the ground with a bloody nose. Pico is like 2 meters ahead of you, having flown through the air.
I'm regretting
also
every
kind of
life
standing
choice.
back up. Yeah, also kind of just starting to stand back up. And you look up in time to see Jax move the spear out of the way and then punch past the guy and into the wall of your shop.
Oh no, that actually makes me angry.
Yeah. What would you like to do there? Well, what would you like to do?
It might have boosted the
Dude.
electricity in the place for a little bit, though.
I
Mix
deeply to myself.
protective, possessive dragon person.
Shove myself to my feet. shake myself off and run in to help Jax because he's now stuck in my wall. He's broken my wall. We'll talk about that later. But he's about to get stabbed in the guts. So
Okay. So what are you doing? You're helping your friend?
I'm gonna run towards this guard, and then grabbing their spears seems to have worked before.
You are more than a short distance
That's
away,
true.
so you do not have an attack this round that you can
That's
do
fine.
that is melee. So you are going to
I'll just close the distance then.
close the distance. All right. So a speed task, difficulty of 4,
Be
so
there
12 or better.
someday.
Are you trained in running?
No.
Okay.
Climbing and swimming.
Yeah.
That's only a 10. So
you just don't quite make it.
I
You're
run, but
almost
I'm not
there.
very fast.
Yeah. You're almost there. You're not able to really push yourself.
I bumped my
get there
knee and it
yet.
hurts.
Yeah. Pico is like desperately trying to catch up behind you. Also does not have that full movement. Can't get there.
I think only
quite
Pico
yet.
at this point would be able to hear me going, "What the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?" As I run towards this battle.
It's you like are on the way just in time to see the lancer kind of trying maneuver because it is a very large spear to just literally attempt to gut Jax. Jax, I would like you to make a difficulty 6 speed defense,
I'm specialized. If that still
which
counts.
brings it down to a difficulty of 4. So 12 or better.
Does
feel
a
bad about my
hindrance do
specific
anything? Or is it a hindrance what made it a 6?
Yeah, because
Oh,
normally
gotcha.
it's a difficulty of 5. So
That's a natural 20, baby.
natural 20. So
Well.
like
You into the spectrum back to back. Yeah, we're going for it.
You just see him like trying to squirm out from where you have moved his spear away from your face and wrench your fist out of the wall, bits of wood and plaster flying as
I'll
it
fix
go,
that.
and just kind of step out of the way as he tries to stab you far too close a range and just whiffs right past you. Kale, you did see fist out, bits of wood and plaster flying everywhere. But he dodged.
It's true.
Yeah, he dodged. But yes, that does bring us back around to Jax.
Hello, attack again. It's like, no, hold on, I got this. Trust me. As I say to this person, I'm about to destroy.
Which your effect from that natural 20, because natural 20s are an effect, was that you are no longer stuck.
Nice.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I love that. Love that for me.
Restrained condition removed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm attacking with the Fist of the Lightning King again. It's gonna be a wonderful
Okay.
time.
It worked so good the first time.
That's
Get him.
look,
Get him.
that's a big old 5. It's not working. It's not going.
5 does
Listen,
not
that feels
really
warm.
tired.
It's basically that you guys are so close that all of these moves are too easily telegraphed. You're a little too close. So as you go to punch him again, he is still stumbling back and out of the way. So it just misses a little too much.
I promise
Are
this
you
doesn't
going
usually
to-
happen to me.
Are you going to like reposition in any fashion or anything, or it's still just boom boom?
Yeah, no, it's just the hit. I probably like move from like around this person to position us so that we won't hit Gale's shop anymore.
Cool. Thank you.
Other than that, I'm just kind of like, no, wait, no, I promise. This. I just haven't eaten a lot in a couple of days. So like,
We haven't slept. You were just dead yesterday.
You were
haven't
just
slept
dead.
since
You
then.
haven't slept. You're tired. You're
Nobody's
hungry.
eaten anything.
Yeah.
I died like yesterday, so like I'm still getting the hang of everything again. New body? No, not really.
Are you
Nobody
explaining this to the Lancer as you're fighting him?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying to him.
So he just looks very confused and somewhat concerned as it comes around to you, Kale. So you will get there this turn.
Okay. Do I get there with an attack or just close the distance?
Let's see. So it's still make a roll. I will ease it by 1 so that
Okay.
it is a difficulty of 3 because you're not quite a full short distance, but you are further away.
I also have a nat 20 now.
Okay,
Nice.
so what would you like the special effect to be? Would you like your attack eased? Would you like your attack to do more damage this round if you hit? This is not a attack roll itself, so it's not automatic extra damage or automatically
Yeah,
being able
yeah,
to like grab the weapon, knock it out of his hands, etc. So
yeah.
you get there like super quick. What would you like as your effect?
I think Kale had been intending to go for the spear.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in the chaos of everything going around, they're not really aiming. They're just trying to stop this person from stabbing Jax in the gut. So either ease or more damage. If Pico is here working as an asset for me, I already
Pico
have one
hasn't caught
ease.
back up yet.
Pico hasn't caught back up. That's cool. I will take the ease then.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that means that you are aiming for a difficulty of 4 to hit.
Yep.
Are you slashing? Are you punching? Do you have a weapon?
I do not have a weapon.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Well, yeah.
Are you
Actually, I
using your
might
claws?
have the ease and then reduce the ease by going wreck because I think I'm going to slash for the spear and try to
Okay.
destroy it. I am trained when I am attacking an object, so I
Okay.
do still get one ease because I cancel out the
Okay.
disadvantage it gives me.
Okay.
Um,
And you're using the nat 20's benefit to do more damage to the weapon, essentially. Okay.
yeah. All right. 17.
17. So where normally, since you are using light weapons, your hands, to do 2 damage, you would do 3. With
I do
that
4.
added damage, you do 4 total.
No, I do 4 unarmed generally, so I'll be doing 3
Because of your
extra damage
claws.
from my claws.
Yeah.
So that is 4 plus the 3 for doing wreck
Okay.
on
So
an
plus the
object.
1 from the 17,
Yeah,
plus the 1 from the eased. So that
that
does
is 9,
7, 8,
8.
9. Yeah, 9.
Yeah, 9. 9 damage
Uh,
to this lance.
All right.
Ooh.
So it's a
And
fairly sturdy one, just like the short one that you guys had seen
yes,
before that has the metal filigree wrapping it. You discover when attacking this weapon that the metal filigree isn't just decorations. It's to protect the shaft of the spear for when they're using it to block. So you don't fully destroy the weapon. You do a lot of damage to it. It looks like it won't hold up for super long, but you would need more than 1 hit on the weapon to absolutely destroy
yeah,
it. If it was a normal spear that would just had a wooden shaft, then yeah, but these are specially made to be their primary weapon.
yeah. So what thematically or cinematically, what happens is
Mhm.
I come in, there's wild slashing and fists going everywhere. Kale
Mhm.
really focus in on that spear, dash forward, still in really tunnel vision mode, and with 2 hands, grab at the spear at one end and just continue slashing. So there's like that screech of claws on metal.
Oh yeah,
And it goes
beautiful.
all the way up the shaft of the spear, weakening it considerably.
Okay, perfect. So that brings us around to the Lancer again. He's going to step back, um, look at you completely startled because the person with claws just tried to like slash up his weapon, um, and kind of debate between the two of you mentally,
Who's
obviously,
more dangerous?
to attack. Jax hasn't managed to actually successfully hit him, so while Jax does have visible electricity wreathing his arm as he goes to strike, um, you have landed a hit and are attempting to destroy his weapon. So he is going to attack you. I would
Yep.
like you to make a difficulty 5, either speed or might defense, whichever one works
Let's
for
go
you.
with
Remember
might.
that might, remember that might, you are toughing it out. You
Trained.
are just
I am
kind
trained.
of bumping it off of you,
Mhm.
essentially.
So I'm trained in might, so that takes it from a 5 to a 4.
Yes,
So I need
so
12
or
or better.
Mhm.
How about an 18?
18. Very good. So yeah, like you just kind of maneuver your shoulder to like let it skid off of you and elbow it off instead of trying to dodge. So you use your body to maneuver the blade away, essentially, instead of trying to dodge it entirely. It is very cinematic. Jax, you have never seen Kale move like this. They are oddly effective as a combatant. Very unexpected,
They're pulling out
especially for
martial arts
someone that
moves they
asked
did
you to
not
teach
know
them
they
how to
had.
fight. Yeah, asked you to teach them how to fight. Or surprisingly effective.
You don't need help. You know, you got it. Yeah, you're good.
I don't know what I'm doing. I
Yeah.
say
This
as I
is
like
it.
perfectly
Neither
dodge
do
something.
I, honestly. I
But
just
yeah,
do it. I
this
just do it.
is
Feel like.
yeah, it's Jack's turn. You just saw all of this and like Kale's just like full on angry dragon person mode, just hasn't turned into a dragon yet. Why haven't they turned into a dragon? You don't know. But they managed to work it.
No, yeah, keep doing that. Okay, and once more. and,
Mhm.
You're doing great.
and this time,
Another Lightning King or
it is a yeah. So what happens though instead is because I feel like I'm closer to the like shop wall because he like backed up, right? So I'm going to like sort of like jump up with a foot like implanted
Mhm.
on the wall and then jump off using the wall to do a
Okay.
roundhouse kick.
Okay.
Leg of the Lightning King. No, I got it. Fist of no foot of the Lightning King. Yeah. as I'm like
Okay.
in the middle of doing this, improvising.
Does the yelling
Go right
help?
ahead.
Yelling always helps. It's a big old 8. It's not going for me today.
Okay.
It's not going good.
Okay. Um, oh, and I believe that that one that was given an ease before on Sybil was points redeemed. So I
Mhm.
also, from a prior thing, have a banked complication for you guys that I've just got in my back pocket.
Oh no.
It's fine. Everything's
Oh, it's good.
okay.
We're fine.
We love our audience. Hi,
Listen, we make enough
Brandy.
complications for ourselves.
So, what was that roll? What was that roll?
I rolled an 8.
An 8. Yeah. So you're just not quite managing to hit. He's kind of squirmy. He's kind of squirmy. He's harder to hit than the last one. Maybe just a little bit better at dodging. Uh, Perhaps just not as startled by the fact that you did not appear in a flash of purple lightning, though you do have that like purple electricity and lightning around your body as you're trying to hit him, but just doesn't quite make it. Hail, what you
Great.
doing? What you doing, buddy?
Cool. It's good. I'm gonna keep hitting. Is Pico here this turn?
Pico has now made it and is like
Awesome.
has jumped and is climbing up the back of your robe shirt thing that you're wearing, and looks like they are about to try and launch themselves at the Lancer as well.
Beautiful. Then we are attacking in sync.
Mhm.
I think I'm still going after the weapon, but I'm going to look him dead in the eye after he tried to like stab me in the neck and I dodged and just say, "You should leave."
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to continue destroying this weapon.
Which I believe that you are now eased because Pico is with you.
Yes.
Okay.
So if I go for wreck, I'm still at a straight roll. If I don't go for wreck and just put some more damage on it, which I think I will, I'm actually at advantage. So I go down a step.
I believe
Okay.
in
So yeah, bring it. Difficulty of 4,
12?
so 12 or better. Yeah.
Oh, I got a
Beats
12.
it, beats
I'm
it.
so
Yeah.
glad. I'm so
All
glad.
right. So you are not wrecking this time, so you do less
No.
damage, correct?
Yeah, but I still do
So
4
now you do
base.
4 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got 9 and then 4. All right. It's looking a little battered.
Cool. I basically do the thing where I look him dead in the eye and then I like hit it with my hands right at the bent portion where my claws stunk in the deepest. Like try to
Okay.
bend it and snap it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's looking a little damaged. It's still of use. He's kind of surprised that someone with their bare hands, claws, whatever, would be doing this. And you can hear in the distance the sound of someone running.
Yeah.
Towards you. But yeah, so that brings us back around to him. And he is going to use it almost one-handed, like he's trying to wedge it into one of you. Does this at Jax, since you since you have successfully shown that you can just maneuver it off of your body and have been targeting it. So Jax, go ahead and give me either a speed or might defense of 15,
We're going speed and I'm specialized.
which brings it from a 5 to a 4 to a 3, so 9 or better.
So 15.
15.
I'm really good
Nice.
at dodging, apparently.
Apparently.
So the spear just like shoots right past you as you move out of the way, just like
It's
a
just
nice, easy dodge, just skims right past you, wedges itself into the ground, and he draws his short spear that is undamaged. But you do see that the shaft with the impact cracks. So while it might be able to be picked up and used, it will hinder the use of it, which is why he got rid of it. But he is drawing his other weapon, still uninjured.
Yeah. That's gonna change this round. I'm
Mhm.
calling
Which
it.
brings us around to Jax. You gonna hit him again, or attempt to hit him again?
Yeah,
Maybe you'll hit
yeah.
him.
This time it's just as he like tried to stab or tried to like wedge the shaft into me and I moved out of the way. It is a like a punch down right on like the arm.
Okay, trying to break his arm. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. This is gonna go fit. It's gonna go fine. I'm putting shock on this again, just so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled a 15.
15. Beats it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
First time.
so you manage to punch down at his arm as he throws it at you and reaches the other arm to pull out his short spear. And it like you can hear the heavy impact of your fist like reverberating through his armor and onto him. How much damage was that?
It's a big old 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. 2,
Shock adds 3,
7.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So like the lightning from the shock kind of arcs across his mostly metal armor. But the impact itself is still reduced slightly by the padding of the armor. So it did still take some of the damage off, but you can see the lightning kind of stun him as he like muscle clenches from everything, holding really tightly to his short spear before it relaxes out a little bit a second later. But he looks fine, just a little fun.
Oh yeah, I'm back, baby. Yeah.
Wide eyes staring at you. Tail, Jax has landed a hit finally. Right
Phew,
next to
that's
you.
great.
And
Wonderful.
the damage spear is now wedged into the ground in like the dirt path behind you guys. He's got the other spear out, which looks sturdier. It looks like it's got more metal on it. So you will need to do significantly more damage to it to break it, or you'll have to wrench it out of his hands again, the way
Yeah.
that you did with the other guy.
Let me try that option.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
So
grab it and muscle it out of his arms.
yeah, so it's either multiple rolls to attempt to muscle it out, or a
Yeah.
natural 20 will allow you the major effect of disarming.
Right. At the very least, if I've got hold of it, it'll keep him from stabbing Jax.
Mhm.
Theoretically.
It'll hinder
So,
it, but yeah.
yeah. So I'm at 1 step down from having Pico as a distraction. And I
Pico
rolled a
has now
12.
launched himself at this guy and is
Yeah.
like trying to claw his way into the armor.
Gotcha. I
Um,
rolled another 12.
12 does manage to barely hit. So while he is still tense and like squirming a little bit because Pico is trying to like claw, like little tiny copper dragon is trying to claw his way into the armor to get at him. It's very distracting. You
Yeah.
manage to grab onto the spear's shaft. So go ahead and give me an opposed might roll against
All
his
right.
against his difficulty. This one is not eased because his muscles
Right.
were tense and he was holding on really tightly.
Still got that special cipher.
Huh?
Nah, I'm gonna save it. I wanna.
Okay.
Okay, nope, that is a 5. That will not
5
be sufficient.
does not
Get a
manage
hand
to
on it.
hit. You've got a
Don't do
hand
anything.
on it. I am going to use that complication here though.
Ooh,
Oh no.
good.
So he is going to use the fact that you are holding on to the weapon
Mm-hmm.
to force you around and towards Jax, hindering you on your defense, whether it is might or speed, as he tries to kick you in the gut directly into Jax.
Cool. Cool. I'm gonna have some might defense.
Mm-hmm.
I can just be kicked in the gut. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. So that would
Uh-huh.
normally be a 16 brought back, or a 6, so 18 brought down to, I believe, 5 because you are trained in might defense.
Yeah.
So 15 or better.
Right. So an 11 isn't gonna do it.
No. So he kicks you off of holding the spear directly into Jax,
Cool.
hindering Jax's next as well, because you just had Kale quite literally Spartan kicked into you.
We didn't plan any of this. This makes sense. It's very chaotic.
Oh yeah. And Jax, you do see another Lancer and 3 guards that he had yelled for come charging up because Lancer was his relief, and then the other guards were the watchmen were the ones that responded to the call. So you do see more coming at you guys.
Gotcha. This is my turn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is your turn.
How big is it? How big is this short spear?
It's like the length of a long sword. It's
It's
kind of
pretty
like an
short.
ilhua. So it's maybe 3.5 feet long. It is mostly metal. It's got the intense metal filigree around a petrified wood shaft, so it is very, very sturdy, and the spear point itself is maybe like 8 inches long.
Gotcha. Is he within an immediate range of me?
Yes, he is.
Big brain time. All right, you ready?
Okay.
Yes. What are we doing?
I'm going to use fetch. It costs 3 intellect, but I have an edge, so it's going to take 2 intellect to do this.
Okay.
I'm going to use fetch. Cool thing about fetch is that while I can just like take objects, disappear, and have them reappear in my hands, I can also choose somewhere else they can appear nearby within immediate range. And I choose to fetch this dude's short spear right above him so that it lands on his head
Okay, so in the description, does it allow you to take something that is currently being held?
It doesn't say I can, but it also doesn't say I can't.
What's like? Read out the description for me.
It says you can cause an object to disappear and reappear in your hands or somewhere else nearby. Choose an object that can fit inside a 5-foot cube that you can see
Okay.
within long range. The object vanishes and appears in your hand in an open space anywhere you choose within immediate range.
Okay, so go ahead and make your roll essentially to control basically not even just how or that it happens, but the orientation with which the spear reappears. Because the way that it's currently being held is a little bit more horizontal than the spear point coming down on the guy.
It'll just
Gotcha.
bonk him on the head.
Yeah, which
Come
it's
on.
heavy. It might do like a
Yeah.
point of damage, but
Come
not a
on,
lot.
baby.
Bonk.
That's an 11.
11. All right, so you do manage to fetch it because you utilized the power, which I don't believe is an attack. It is just an effect.
Yeah, it's an action.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it disappears from his hands and he looks completely startled. But as it reappears above him, just kind of from training instinctively, he steps out of the way and it lands kind of on the ground. So he'll have to pick it back up to use it, but
Mhm.
it does not strike him on the way down.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
Can I still move? Can I still have the ability to move?
You would have to use a speed task to move, but yes, you can.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll
So
just
go
I'll just
ahead
do it to get up
and
close to him because now he's
to him.
disarmed. Yeah.
He's still within like an immediate distance, so you don't have to use the speed task for him. To reach the others, you would. So you can move within your immediate distance of about 10 feet, 2 meters ish, but you can't move outside of that without a speed task, unless that is what you do for the turn.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get right up in his grill so that he doesn't have the chance to pick it up again.
Good.
All right.
And in a fist fight, I think Jax wins.
All right. Kale.
Cool. This guy doesn't have a weapon anymore. I just got kicked in the gut. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Did I tell you the damage for the attack?
No.
Because it's
Yeah.
It's just a kick, so it's 2 points.
Like 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
He doesn't have
Got
special
it.
training for the
Yeah.
like unarmed attacks.
This guy needs weapons.
Yeah.
What's that like?
They are specially trained with lances.
Mm-hmm. We have other people incoming, but also I think he's unarmed now. I'm just gonna look him in the eye again and say, you need to leave right now.
Mm-hmm. Are you attempting
And
to intimidate or are you
I
attempting
am.
to attack?
I'm attempting to
Right,
intimidate this
so
man.
if you are intimidating and attacking within the same round because you've only really attacked his weapon thus far,
Yep.
it's going to hinder one or the other. You get to choose which it hinders.
Either the intimidate or the attack.
Yeah.
Let's do the attack because I'm eased and it should be even, Steven.
Okay. All right,
How
so
scary
go
am
ahead.
I?
Yeah, go ahead and make your intimidation since that's what you're doing first.
How about a 16?
16.
Ooh.
Pretty good. He looks very intimidated to begin with because we've already had one almost like broken spear and then the other one like disappeared from his hands as he's trying to hit you with it.
Mm-hmm.
And like you guys have not done a lot of damage to him, but you've done a lot of really weird shit. So he doesn't
Goose.
necessarily look like he is ready to retreat, but he is more inclined to do so. It will take multiple intimidations to get him to fully retreat until either he is heavily damaged, has no weapons, or you roll a special effect.
Gotcha.
Go ahead with the attack, which is currently at a difficulty of 5 because you are eased and then hindered.
I need 15 or better.
You believe me?
How about a nat 20?
Nat 20.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so what would you like as your special effect? He has no weapon for you to disarm him from.
I am trying to do damage this time. So
So you're
I'm like
just going to take
getting
the
up in his
extra
face
4
and I'll
points
be
of
like,
damage?
you need to leave. Yeah, and just swipe across his breastplate.
All right, so that is a total of 8 points because of the +4 damage from the natural 20 and the 4 that you naturally do.
That's almost a Jack's punch.
I can do math. I can totally math. Okay.
I believe in
There
you.
we go. I mathed. I'm pretty sure correctly. Ironic considering that I used to be a math tutor when I was younger.
Anyone feel like
I
that?
am capable and intelligent. But yeah, so like it just gouges, scratches across his breastplate. He looks seriously freaked out because a dragon person just went across his armor. Stumbles
Opened it like
back,
a tin can.
looks significantly more inclined toward retreat.
And I'm going to
At
just
least,
like raise my lip a little bit and just show him my teeth.
okay. Which brings us around to the guards and other lancer. The other lancer will use this turn to essentially get all the way to you. He was just outside of a short distance, so it will take the other guards, the other watchmen that are a little bit less of a threat to you guys, honestly speaking, longer to reach you than next turn. Because he's basically using a speed task to get to you guys. This lancer is basically going to attempt to like dodge down to grab the spear because it is his primary weapon. So Jax, I believe you were attempting to prevent him from doing so.
Yeah.
So if you would like to make a speed task, it is not a defense task because he is not attacking you,
Gotcha.
to basically try and stomp it out of his reach.
Gotcha. Will do. Will do. Eh.
Because
It's an
of the
18. That's an
reflexes thing.
18.
18.
Yeah.
Nice.
Super easy. He like dodges down away from you guys, trying to like fling Pico off of him, who is like still like scratching at his neck and trying to burrow into the armor and just being a distracting nuisance. And like it's tiny little copper dragon's mouth as he's doing it. He goes to grab for the short spear, and you just like step on it, actually crushing his fingers as they're grabbed around it, and then he like squirms them out of the way and rolls back. He is now prone on the ground, but looks like he will try to jump back up and either run or go for the weapon again. Next turn, you're not sure. The other lancer is right there in immediate distance now, though, and has the great spear out to attack you guys with, bringing us to Jax's turn.
All right. There's two options here. I go for the hurt defenseless one. Or I go for the fresh one and just walk in. Decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a wealth of targets.
Fresh one. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Jax is like a wild animal, actually. So he's like, nah, you're not a threat anymore. So
Join the club.
Yeah.
So you leap over the one that's on the ground at the other one.
Yeah, and the other one's getting the fist of the Lightning King hardcore for sure.
All right. Shock
No,
the
he's
shit out
not,
of him.
because that's a 9.
Ooh,
He's not
maybe
actually.
no. Maybe no.
Okay. Does not manage to hit. He like just steps out of the way, ready to try and attack you with the long spear as you leap over his companion, coworker, whoever it might be, to get at you. Kale?
Guy's on the ground. Tried to grab
Uh-huh.
his spear. He looks like he's having a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm angry.
Yeah.
Jax
What
is
you
going
doing?
after the new guy. Let's go.
You're also going after the new guy, or are you going after the guy on the ground?
The new guy's more of a threat, I think.
Okay.
And I might sort of nod to Pico at the new target.
Okay.
Although the guy on the ground still has a weapon in hand. Is that correct? Or was it kicked away?
No, he was not able to get the weapon on hand. He was prevented from picking it up. So it is not fully away. It's just that rearming himself was prevented this turn.
Gotcha. Maybe I will try and stop him from picking it up.
Yeah, all you've got to do really is grab it or like kick it away, use your turn for that. But the reflex reaction of stopping him is just stopping, not preventing future.
Yeah, then I'm gonna kick away that spear.
Okay.
I don't want anyone getting stabbed in the back, especially me.
You don't even have to roll for it.
Oh,
You're
okay,
just
great.
spending your turn to
I
do it.
just
Yeah.
kick it.
Yeah. So so while you kick it away, Pico is still on this guy, bites him in the ear, and then like scrambles off of him to charge
Yeah.
Tiny Copper Dragon at the other Lancer because you had
And
indicated the other guy now.
And if the Lancer's still there on the ground, I'll look at him again and I said run.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make your intimidate,
This man
which
is
because you spent your action doing other things,
is
it is
hindered.
hindered still.
Yeah.
But it is a much lower difficulty now because
'Cause
of the
he's
shit
hurt.
that you guys have done.
Yeah,
He's
I only rolled an
hurt,
11,
and
so
you literally dug your claws through his armor to
and now
attack
he
him.
has no weapons.
Yeah, so he's still debating it. That 11 wasn't quite there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's still debating. He's looking in the direction of the spear that he threw into the ground and the one that you kicked away. Jax, I would like you to make a defense roll against the Lancer that you have charged at.
I'm fast.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful time. It's a 17.
17, easily. You easily dodge out of the way of this great spirit that goes like right across you, just like right back into his face. The other guards get to you guys this turn, and they're starting to kind of fan out around you. Jax.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right. Jax just goes, this is just not my day, is it? This is all right. This has gone on long enough. All right. I'm not having fun anymore, so I activate Demeanor of Command.
Okay.
And I how much that costs again? But I activate Demeanor of Command, and then I go. All right, you heard the dragon person. It's time to leave, everybody. You can come back
Okay.
later, but right now you have to go home.
I would like you to roll twice.
Ooh.
Once
Alrighty.
for luck, and the other for your interaction with them. Because it's not just you automatically command them to leave. You are given an asset towards your interaction with them.
Mm-hmm.
So first for luck, because that will affect what your difficulty is.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Ooh, it's a big old 3.
Ooh.
3. Right. So
Ooh.
we're in another world with the lights gone and having heard the sound of combat and your voice, Philip would have come charging towards you guys again, giving you a further asset against these guys because holy fuck, there's a fucking bear. Philip has started to wander instead and does not appear. So go ahead and make your roll to scare the shit out of these guys into leaving you the fuck alone. It is instead of a 12 for the Watchman and a 15 for the Lancer. It is currently a 9 and a 12. So three and 4 essentially. So depending on how high you roll will determine which ones run off. And this is like you only have to succeed this one time because of demeanor of command instead of gradually scaring them off the way that Kale was trying to.
I think this is worth it, so I'm gonna use my natural 20 that I have.
Beautiful, beautiful. So
Yeah.
Kale, you see as like crackles of energy and electricity just kind of wreathe him like an aura, and his eyes glow purple as he's just like, you heard them. Leave. You can come back later.
Don't come
And
back. Please don't
it's
come back.
it is like a being out of children's nightmares saying this to them, who they were not able to land a single fucking hit on this entire turn, or this entire fight. And the two watchmen just kind of nod and run off like, yeah, sure, fine, whatever you say, dude. The Lancers grit their teeth and glare at you, or the one that you were about to fight and hadn't managed to injure yet, like grit his teeth and glare at you, like grabs the somewhat injured hand of the one that had been on the ground and wrenches him up, again recognizing that the fight is above his level, at least without better allies, and like tugs that one away, and they both just very reluctantly like run off, leaving you there with Kale, a somewhat damaged shop, and feeling like not necessarily you got out of it easy, but you are
He'll be
tired.
back.
You are
Yeah.
hungry. It is entirely possible that they will be back. I have no idea how you are going to hold this shit from them.
As they run off, can I do a short speech?
Go
Because
ahead.
my blood's still up. I'm still very angry. And so as the Lancer's grabbing the other one, the two of them are debating whether to run or not, but are definitely been turned by Jax's display of godly power. Kale is going to snarl and stand like right beside Jax and just say, "This is my home and you have taken it from me. Do not come back."
Okay. So, like, angry dragon, angry dragon.
Yes,
The Watchmen seem significantly more convinced than the Lancers once again.
absolutely.
Because
I'm not the scariest thing here.
You're not the scariest thing here, and the Watchmen, like Ben was not lying. Their job is to help people, and they are being told to do stuff that isn't necessarily what they have been trained and should be doing, since all of this has started. Um, the Lancers are specially trained to be soldiers and fight and encounter scary shit. Again, the Watchmen seem significantly more intimidated by both of you. They were already kind of just running from Jax to begin with. The Lancers seem to focus intently, or the one that hadn't been injured seems to focus intently, like he's memorizing what you look like as he leaves.
Cool.
But we will use that opportunity to slip away and over to the other two. Sybil, as Vera like lifts the scarf from her forehead, you see what initially kind of just looks like a little bit of a bump and a cut before a third eye blinks open. There is no pupil, there is no iris, it is just the white of an eye, like it is cloudy and milky and blind as it blinks open. And she just, at least with the other two eyes, looks at you like she is expecting you to make fun of her or say something. Milo pokes next to you.
Stop. Don't say anything. That's Vera. That's does it hurt? I don't she's like fiddling around in her bag, like pulling out notebooks, being like, is this in anything? I don't think so.
You've never encountered
No.
someone having developed a third eye. You do have a friend, Fish, who grew a crab leg and
Mhm.
has a tentacle arm and developed freaking gills on
Mhm.
his neck. You know someone who, over the course of since you have met them, went from kind of having slightly green tinged hands to having like dragon claws and grew horns and shit. So you have seen a variety of odd physical changes. You have just never met someone who developed a third eye. And your sister happens to have somehow met something or encountered something or just through magic waking up grew a third eye on in the middle of her fucking forehead.
Vera. When did this happen?
Um, a couple, like a week or so ago. It started like I've had headaches before, but the it just kind of started like it looked like I bumped my head, and then it got worse, and I got headaches, and don't tell moms.
I won't if you won't.
Fine. I mean, I know it looks weird. I know it looks weird. I know it looks weird.
It's fun. You know that um
It's as fun as your hair. So just kind of
okay.
crosses
Well,
her arms.
that was
Which
just
what's with that anyway?
I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while. um Vera, were you like okay, the thing that happened to me happened because I'm going to tell you a lot of stuff, just blanket statement. None of this leaves this room. You cannot tell moms ever, ever.
Mhm.
So I went down into the tunnels, and I touched a lot of things that I don't think I should have touched. And now I look like this. Um, did you touch anything weird? Did something happen?
It was already kind of starting before I tried to get rid of the weird thing with plates that
Your
they came out of.
your nightmares, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was already kind of starting. So I didn't like, it's not like I like stuck my hand in anything. I didn't like, since the headache started, the moms have kind of had me stay home, and like Mama Orla has been like homeschooling me essentially instead of like letting me go hang out with my friends. And it just got worse. It's not my fault. Moving my phone?
It's Balder. He's here.
No. Like it's not my fault. I didn't do anything to make it happen.
No, I'm not saying you did.
So yeah, because like you did stuff apparently to
I
make
did
your stuff happen.
no, I did
But
stuff to make it get worse. It was already kind of happening before that's kind of why I left. Was weird stuff started happening and then weird people showed up and I thought, "Oh, the weird people can do the weird stuff. I should go with them." And then they became my friends and it's been a lot of learning, which is fun. What do moms think about all of this? Are they
they don't know.
I mean,
Not gonna show them.
that you have they don't know about
Not
any of this.
gonna show them. I just kind of started like they saw the bump, yeah, but like
Okay.
when it opened after one of my dreams, I just started wearing a scarf, and I won't let if I will bite someone if they try to take my scarf off because I don't want people to know about it.
Look,
What else am I gonna
it's
do?
not funny. I'm sorry.
Well, what else am I gonna do? It's not like I can like punch them
No,
because it's just me. But like
it's
I
okay.
will bite someone.
No, it's I know you will. I haven't slept in a long time. I'm sorry. Um, sorry, the mental image of a
And
tiny.
like Milo has gotten a little closer to try and get a closer look at it. And he's just like, oh, Vera.
Can you see out of it? She's like waving a hand in front of.
And it blinks a little bit.
Oh, I hate that. Okay.
It, it can kind of see them gestures at the open empty space
Mhm.
again better than I can. And when I don't cover it, some things like glow and my nightmares are more vivid. Like you're kind of glowing and Milo kind of glows a little bit.
Uh.
And
hmm. Okay. So I've written down all of the things that I've kept with us from like the beginning of this game, and one of the things that I've had from a million years ago that we've never used or anything is a piece of glass from the ceiling. Jax broke. I have a piece of
Yep.
glass in my bag. Pull that out and say like, does this glow?
It's hard to see when it's on your hand
Okay.
because you kind of glow.
That's fair. Puts it on the bed.
Yeah, but like, okay, like you're brighter than Milo. It's kind of like Milo glowing, but not you glowing.
Okay. Pulls a pen out and sets it next to it. Is that glowing?
No.
Interesting.
Why would it?
But why would anything glow? I think it. Okay.
I don't know.
No, it's it.
Is it
I
like from
know.
somewhere special? Wait,
It's from the tunnels.
what is this glass? She like picks it up and is like messing with it now.
Well, don't cut yourself, but yeah, you can keep it if you want. It was glass from the ceiling of part of the tunnels in front of. You know the name that I said earlier that I thought maybe that was what he was? She just picks a different direction and looks at it. It's like wherever he is.
You have no idea.
Yeah, not a single clue. I'm hoping I'm
Yeah.
picking the wrong side every time.
Every time.
So Vukin, there's somebody named Vukin, and he's like our a million times great grandfather. And we found his study, and he's like the archmage of the city a million years ago, right? I know all of this sounds completely ridiculous, but I could take you guys there. Not right now, and probably not me, not without my friends who know how to get down there, because we did almost die a couple of times. But oh, that was so many words.
So you did almost die.
Almost is not dying. And yeah, like a couple of times. And then my friend, she like pulls her sweater down a little bit and is like, so I got that. It's like the lightning scar from Jax.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
Are
okay.
you okay?
Yeah, it's healed up. See, it's fine.
Good.
It's
I mean,
fine.
fine.
That was
It's not like I would care.
no, Vera. I know you don't like to.
Fine.
Yeah, no,
But
it's I don't either.
okay, fine. All right. So like, the scar is weird because that glows more.
The scar does.
Yeah, it's weird.
That would make sense.
That makes it look weird. makes you look weird. So just keep your shirt on.
Wasn't planning on taking it off. Thanks.
Milo looks horrified by the fact that you now have a massive scar on your chest that you
It's
hide with your
okay.
clothing.
It is okay. I killed him and he came back.
What?
Yeah,
You killed?
I did, but
So
he
how
got
could you
better.
kill someone?
It was a very overstimulating
How could
environment.
you're Sybil. How could you kill someone? You're Sybil.
It wasn't on. Yes, it was not on purpose, and he got better. So I don't actually think that it counts. I think that we're like a net zero. Okay,
He
so
got better.
he got better.
Holy shit. So good.
Yeah, so like they're just like stunned and a little horrified.
A
Um,
lot of things have happened. Okay, I came back to make sure that you guys are okay, and you guys are kind of okay. Yes, that seems to be the situation.
how can I be okay with all of this? I mean, I'm having nightmares and like I'm seeing people that only I can see. And like what am I supposed to do about it, Sybil?
I don't know. I don't know either.
Then why did you come back if you can't do anything about it?
I had to make sure you guys were okay. I mean, even if I can't do anything, I need to know that you guys aren't in active danger. And maybe when moms see 2 out of 3 of their kids this way, it'll be okay instead of it just being one of us, you know?
Mommy's been reading a lot.
What's she reading? She like pulls another notebook out.
I don't know. She just half the time she stays down in the study and she just falls asleep reading.
She's in the study.
So yeah, she's talking about Mama Ada, because Mama
Yep.
Orla is the one that stays upstairs to kind of keep an eye on the two when they're sleeping.
She's in the collections room or in the library?
Kind of library. She falls asleep on the couch a lot.
Okay.
Mama Orla just sometimes goes down and like puts a blanket on her or something.
Okay. I need to go to the collections room, I think. Okay. Do you guys want to make a distraction for me?
Doing what?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I could ask her to make me something to eat. I
Oh,
didn't have dinner.
why are you not eating dinner? You have to eat food. My goodness.
My head hurts. I mean, when was the last time you had dinner?
Dinner is a concept.
So, see, I knew you weren't eating because you always forget to eat when you have been distracted and studying. So, see, you can't talk.
Studying.
Say, I can't. But
I see. I mean, yeah. I was thinking something more. My friends are really wearing off on me because I was thinking something very much not that. But I just.
what did you expect me to do? What did you expect? What did you expect me and Milo to do? And she's got a big grin on her face.
There we go. Well, I don't know if you guys wanted to have like a big fight or something. That could be kind of fun, especially if you know it's not real.
Milo just kind of grunts. I already get pissed off at me because I keep trying to check on her and she gets angry about it.
So sounds like it could work. Listen, I don't want to make you guys do something if you're gonna get in trouble for it, but I need to get into the collections room and I need to not be disturbed in there. It's
Listen, like, because
let's see, what can I do?
so I'll take her downstairs to like get mom to like make us some dinner for her, and I'll try and get her talking about what she's reading or something.
Okay. If you guys,
'Cause I don't want to get in any more trouble than I already am.
no, that makes sense. I it, the see-through thing, the going through walls thing. Did I mention that part? No, your face is saying no.
Milo, you said, because you had
Yeah,
like
yeah,
poked through his finger.
yeah.
Vera looks initially like really excited by it and then just kind of a little weirded out.
No. It's well, it's she like puts a hand on like the wall and just very slowly starts to like push into it. Not very far. It takes a
That's-
long time.
That's really weird.
Okay.
It's kind of cool, but it's it's kind of cool, but it's really weird.
I'm going to take that as a compliment because I think you were trying to be nice to me.
Yeah.
It takes a long time. I don't have to go through the study to get to the collections room. But
well, our cook isn't here, and you know it always takes mom like forever to make anything.
okay. Just say like a passphrase or something whenever you guys are in the kitchen. Just like talk really loud or say something specific and I'll know it's safe and I'll come down.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Vera, do you need help since you don't want the walls to see? They like
Should
very
get
awkwardly shuffle around trying to get like the scarf just kind of over her head and like carefully adjusts it on her forehead.
bangs maybe. That might. No, that's a okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Considering.
Yeah. But yeah, so like it takes a little bit, but you do eventually like she holds his hand and they walk down. Um and you don't hear Borla upstairs. So obviously that mom has gone back into her room and there has not been another scream
Mm-hmm.
to like wake her up and get her to come by. There's a longer pause than you expected, most likely because Mom Ada fell asleep downstairs, so they have to wake them up to get the food made. But eventually, you hear oddly a thump because Vera's room is right above the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So you hear a thump on what would be the ground for you, the ceiling for them, and then like Milo's voice just a little louder than it really should be, echoing through the chimney that is against the room and through the windows. Sorry, I thought I saw a spider.
Great. Perfect. She's sneaking downstairs.
Nope, stealth, please.
I roll badly on this. I'm just making a new character. Sybil's gonna.
It's what you do too.
Your mom's just right out in the hallway.
That's an 18.
18, very
pretty
good.
good.
So yeah, you sneak downstairs and like you can hear Mom Ada like talking quietly with Milo, who is distracting her and making the like food take even longer by trying to interrogate what Ada has been so busy researching downstairs that like they're not upstairs sleeping like a normal person. Get through to the door. The door into the collection room isn't locked or anything.
All
You
right.
don't technically have to use like your crash through walls ability to
I'm not gonna if
walk
I don't
into
have
it
to.
because it's one of those things of while it is their collection and their workroom, for the most part, the three of you leave it alone unless you're messing with stuff. And since Ada has been sleeping down there, partially to keep Vera from sneaking in the middle of the night to get rid of stuff, there hasn't really been a need to lock it.
Haha, that's what you thought, Mom. I mean,
So you go in.
yeah.
It's dark. It's nighttime. It's the middle of the night. Like there was a reason why one of the moms fell asleep on the couch while reading, slash standing guard. So it's dark. There are windows, but because there's a lot of cloud cover outside, there's not really even starlight or moonlight to help you really see in there. And I would like you to roll versus Balder to see if this is when he appears. If Balder rolls higher,
Oh, hell yeah.
Ruined my life.
14.
I also rolled a 14.
We do it at the same time.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
7.
I got a 2.
All right. So we're going to take a quick break because I need some water. I just started choking on nothing. And then we will be back with Balder knocking on the door.
Hell yeah. Let's
Just
go.
as Sybil gets in there.
Amazing.
Just as Sybil gets in
I'm
there.
so ready.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah, you are so ready. It would be perfect. It would be great. And we will be back in a minute.
Oh no.
welcome back. So we have one person that's having a little bit of difficulties behind the scenes, but that is okay because we are with Sybil and Balder right now. Yeah, you're doing great, sweetie. Even Ollie agrees.
Oh, Ollie.
Yep. Hi, baby. Yes, you're a dog.
You're
But
really
yes,
still
so
just okay.
yep. Anyway,
Anyway.
so we are back with Empyrean Rising, episode 26, Split Decisions, because they are all just making split moment decisions.
This is wonderful.
Yeah, this is great. This is absolutely great. Please ignore the shaky cam that's in the corner of the screen. As a reminder, we are still doing a donation drive for MAP, the Medical Aid for Palestinians. And yeah, so
Nailed
it
it.
is. It's great. It's wonderful. We are currently with Sybil and kind of Balder.
Hello.
Up here
Nice to meet
at in Bridgecrest, one of the homes within the parks there, and walking up to the door, Balder. You have walked
Yeah.
through the majority of a park with
Mhm.
Ben and Corey, who went ahead and escorted you.
Yes.
It is a two-story home. It is
Nice.
not small by any means, but it is not like absolutely massive.
Mhm.
Doesn't seem to fit the vibe of rich neighborhood, so you can easily make the assumption that this is not their only home.
Oh, of course.
With how like they are
Perfect.
described, that this is probably not their only house.
They have a fucking magical tomb beneath the fucking city. I'm
Because
thinking obviously have more homes than one.
because it is just a
I
two-story
don't know what you're
house
talking
that
about.
has like not
Been
even
there.
full wings. But yeah, so
Yeah.
it is dark. The sky overhead has now become entirely overcast.
Mhm.
It is the middle of the night, and you are there
Yep.
at the door with a couple of town watchmen. I'm guessing just knock on the door.
I tell them to wait outside,
Mm-hmm.
and then I knock on the door. I'm
Incredible.
gonna I'm
Incredible.
gonna do it with the hilt of my sword because I can't knock with a tentacle unless there's a
Mhm.
knocker. I don't know.
Ew.
There would be, yeah.
Oh, I knock with my sword anyway.
Okay.
I don't follow their rules. They don't get to tell me how to
Okay.
knock.
You're not gonna.
I love how you were like, if there's a knocker, I'll use it. But then there's a knocker, and you're like, I'm not gonna use it.
No, I just
Actually,
thought I
okay.
didn't know there was a knocker. It's all I said.
So, like, Sybil, you are in the middle of this room, and there are a variety of items in a variety of display cases and two work table bench areas in there in the collections room. Along with, as I had previously discussed with you, around the corner, there is like a giant bookcase just full of stuff that one of the moms uses. And you can faintly hear Milo kind of interrogating Mom Ada on the other side of the house. You can't really hear what they're talking about, but you can tell that he is trying to keep her distracted. And then there's a knock on the door in the middle of the night. You have no idea who it is.
I wonder who that is.
Incredible.
Couldn't have
Incredible.
anything to do with you. Absolutely not.
I feel like the most that she does is sticks her head out of the like she's probably closed the workroom door behind her and like opens it back up and like maybe comes a little bit into the library and like looks out. But like
Yeah, because with the way that the walls are positioned, you can't quite see the door from where you're peeking out. So you would have to actually go into the library to see what's happening at the doorway
yeah.
in the foyer. You can hear like steps of people walking, not upstairs. Mom Orla has not woken back up. It wasn't loud enough to wake her up yet. Ada and Milo's voices carry through the formal dining room, And you can hear Milo going, no, I'll just make her dinner. It's okay. She's got to eat. I'll check on it. It's okay. You don't need to go out. It's okay. So he's trying to convince her to not get
Mhm.
closer to where you
Mhm.
are,
Incredible.
failing epically as
Incredible.
both of them walk towards.
Unsuspicious.
Good job,
And it's just,
buddy.
Mom, seriously, Mom, it's okay. Just
Not a
it's-
single one of us has tact.
it's
No.
Bridgecrest. Who's gonna be at the door? I'll get you if it's something important. And you can see that she is tired. She was woken up,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually she just kind of goes, "Yell if you need me." Fine. And then just walks back to finish making dinner. And who opens the door to you, Boulder,
Yeah.
is neither of the parents that you are expecting, but like 16, 17-year-old boy that's as tall as Jax. It has Sybil's hair.
I do the thing where I'm looking at where I think the adult face is gonna be, and I realize it's his chest, and then I just look up. And then I had this is not what Boulder expected. So now he has
Yeah.
this second of like, what the fuck am I supposed to say?
So he looks at you, and
Mhm.
it takes him a minute to register
Everything.
everything,
To register Boulder, yes.
which you did not describe your friends
No,
to your siblings. You just
No.
mentioned that you had some.
that could have been useful.
Yeah. So he just kind of looks at you, and there's this look of confusion and slight alarm, and he like grips the door handle carefully. Can I help you,
You
sir?
Oh, sir. Yeah, hello. I'm here on behalf of the hold on. This is
Yeah,
me
Ben
hesitating,
behind
not
you just kind of waves.
they were escorting me. I got it doesn't matter. Are you is this where the missing girl's home is?
Yeah, like he kind of gestures for you to be a little quieter, so that
Okay.
hopefully Mom Ada does not hear you and come running.
Okay.
Sybil has
Sybil,
definitely
you
heard
can-
you.
Yeah, Sybil, you can hear all of this. And he goes, sorry that everyone's asleep. I just happened to be downstairs.
Right.
He is not good at lying. He is not good at lying. I just happened
That's
to be
fair.
downstairs. What do you know about my sister?
What do you know about your sister?
He's an idiot. What are you doing?
She's my sister? Who are
Right.
you?
I'm an acquaintance of your sister's.
And he looks you over very skeptically.
Why somebody believe me? It's true.
I'm sorry, but
I can prove
most
it.
of her acquaintances are from school, and you don't.
What? You don't
look
think
like
I
you go
could
to
be a
school with
student?
her.
What?
Dude, your face looks like it is shedding.
Oh yeah, I got punched. I can prove it. She can face the walls.
From like behind you, the other two are just like, what the fuck? Like Corey is just like goes from smiling as charmingly as he can with the sharp teeth. It is adorable. To like what the fuck? And then Ben is just like, wait, what? She can't?
Wait.
You were serious about that?
Yes.
Milo is just
I didn't lie to you.
Shh.
Sorry.
How did you know that?
What do you mean? Because I know them.
It's
Obviously.
okay, Mom. What are you doing here?
Keep looking for Sybil. Why are you?
Who even are you? How do you know?
Well, again,
Are you the person she killed?
What? No, that's the other. That's another.
And then
dude.
next
It's not
to you,
me.
Ben is just like, you weren't lying. Or were you not lying about that?
Quiet. I
Uh,
don't know why we need to be quiet, but we have to be quiet.
I can hear this. Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Sybil's in the
Every
library
room.
just looking like a ghost. She looks fucking horrified. And she's like trying to, without saying anything, just like trying to motion for Milo for his attention. It is not working.
Boulder, you can kind of see Sybil just in the darkness because they don't have any lights on in there. Just kind of like waving frantically at Milo behind his back.
I
Milo does
wave
not
my
notice.
tentacle back. Like,
What
hello.
happened to your hand? What happened to your hand? Your face is shitting and like what happened to your hand?
Oh, that's not a question you ask somebody you just
Did
met.
you
That's
grow
not
that?
polite.
Did you grow that recently? Is this happening to everyone?
No, just me.
And he like feels his face a little bit and then looks at his hands.
Your face is
Very
fine.
obviously distracted
Look,
by the fact
I've
that now has witnessed a variety of weird changes.
Oh my god.
hang on. Well, who are you?
Like your brother.
But, oh yeah, we
Yeah,
just
knock on a
It's
door.
okay,
Who are you?
Mom.
we established this.
Like, shut up, shut up for just a minute. And then he like walks through into the foyer, leaving the door open. It was just one of the guards checking on the house because there was a commotion in the city. He does not know that this would normally be an accurate thing and that there was a commotion in the city, but you can like see him standing in the formal dining room across the hallway foyer from you, Sybil, and like trying to puff himself up. It was just one of the guards.
Baldur,
Oh,
come on.
okay. I go to Sybil, I guess.
Okay, please make a stealth roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this with an impairment because I have a crab leg that I'm not used to walking around in.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing so loud.
It's so
You
good.
put a
that is-
fucking
that is-
idea.
That is a 15 on the dice.
Your roll made up for the fact that you're thumping along with a crab.
I haven't
leg.
even figured out that I can turn it into a peg leg yet.
Yeah.
This shit is so comfy.
So if he looks at the mom in the kitchen, and then as he turns back as if to try and invite you in or continue arguing with you like a moody teenager in the doorway in the middle of the night,
Of course.
he sees you like coming through with a normal leg and then like your creepy crab leg and just stands there stunned. But luckily with your roll, his reaction is also hidden. Mom Ada is distracted while he stands there like an idiot, stunned and staring at you with his like mouth just hanging open.
I make
Ben and
way into
Corey
the
both
bedroom.
kind of
Yeah.
poke their head in as well.
I
and,
wave
are
at them to
gesturing.
stay outside. Stay outside. Stay outside. It's okay. Just stay outside. Just wait. It's okay. I'll be there in a second.
Okay.
Just go. It's okay.
So, like, Ben tries to very quietly shut the front door behind you. But yeah, so, like, it's dark in the middle of the night in the, like, ground floor of a house as you, like, manage to somehow quietly work your way through the foyer and to the side where Sybil is in the dark library, Milo staring at you in shock because he had not noticed the light before.
Hello.
Why are you at my house?
We said we would. We said we would. What do you
No.
mean?
No, you did not. Where is everyone else?
Oh,
What is going on?
they're taking the bear out of the city.
There's a bear?
Yeah, a
How is
thunder
there a
bear.
bear? A thunder
The bear show up.
Yeah.
And Milo has just walked up behind you. When did the bear show up?
Oh, so the guy that you remember how you said that Sybil killed the guy? That guy, he summoned the bear with lightning.
Can you be a little bit
You would summon a
quieter?
bear
I am
with
begging
lightning?
you.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And then he points over Balder's shoulder at you, Sybil. You're telling me about this later.
Oh,
I don't even know what
And then
happened.
he walks back through
She
the
wasn't there
formal
for the
dining room.
lightning bear.
I didn't. They didn't say what the commotion was, and you can just barely, faintly hear Mom Ada go, "Was your girlfriend trying to sneak in?"
Milo.
Oh, damn.
And Milo goes, "I don't have a girlfriend, Mom," and they continue bantering like that, but it does keep her distracted.
What? I thought you were in danger.
No, I told them I was coming home to check on my family. I didn't.
Well, yeah.
You weren't there. Yeah. Okay, that's
I wasn't.
on me. That's on
They,
me. Yeah.
also, last I heard, your family was a danger anyway.
They are a danger. Why do you think we are whispering?
Why do you think I'm here?
No, I didn't. I didn't ask for anyone to come here. I thought it'd be too dangerous for you guys.
What about you?
It's my house. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen?
They could kill you.
I so sincerely doubt they're gonna kill me.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
the guards outside don't think you could kill Jax, but here we are in a world where that happened.
To be fair, that was an accident.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I cared. That I was like, oh, maybe we should check in on Sybil, because, hey, she's in a dangerous place, all on her own. Oh, sorry, Balder. How dare you care?
A lot of line reading. Okay.
What? Why are you? Why are we whispering? Will you be fine? Your family is you here. Why do I have to be quiet?
Are you no longer
I'm
being
stage
quiet?
whispering. I am
Okay.
not. I'm stage whispering.
Yeah. Okay.
I did not keep this straight face to save my life. Oh, this is such. Can you come with me and keep your voice down, please?
Of course, yeah.
We're going. I'm dragging him into the.
I can walk.
Okay, faster, please. That'd be cool.
Okay. Well, that part I can't really.
You're doing great. Let's just
Okay.
move it along. I'm being supportive.
Okay, I follow Sybil as fast and as quietly as I can without sacrificing one or the other.
So walking into this room, it's a little bit of an L-shaped room. It has the shadowy appearance of various pieces of furniture. Again, there is no lighting. You guys haven't turned on any lights because you're trying to be stealthy, so it's hard to see what, but it does look like there are a variety of display cases in this room in some fashion. A workbench off to the side near this door entry that you went through, and a fireplace that helps to keep the room warm when they are working in it. It is not currently lit, but the cloud cover outside is too thick for moonlight to really help you guys seeing what you're looking for or at in the room. So you're basically walking through a dark house in the middle of the night where there's not a lot of ambient light to see by.
And are your siblings okay? You said you were checking in on them.
They're fine for now. Milo, that's the one that you met.
Right,
He
yeah.
seems fine. It's a lot taller than I remember, but maybe my memory is just kind of bad.
Still as Jax.
I know he's huge. He did not used to be that tall.
Great.
But my little sister Vera. So when we were getting you fixed up, I got the letter from Milo, and Milo was saying that Vera, something was going on with her, and there is something going on with her. She's got an eye in the center of her forehead, and she says that she's talking to someone that she can't see, and he crawled out of something in this room. So I need to find it. And also, I know you can't really see it, but this
I
entire
can't see anything.
that's really fair. But it's fine. We can't turn on lights yet.
Why
This
not?
because I'm trying to pretend that we're not here. And my mom likes to sleep in that room that we came from.
Why are we trying not to be here?
Because if my moms find out that I'm here, they're gonna want to talk to me, and I really don't want to talk to them.
Fair enough. I can respect that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I came here for my brother and my sister, and I talked with them, and I found a way to help them, and now we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna leave, hopefully before my parents ever figure out that I was here. They can keep thinking I'm kidnapped. It's okay. Well, no.
That
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. This entire room is full of artifacts.
right.
The entire thing. I don't know what any of them do.
And we're taking them all? That's what you're
No,
saying?
God, no. That would also they would actually kill me for that. This is like my mom's life work. No.
Why are we here?
We need to find the one that's causing Vera's issues. I want to see if maybe getting it out of here will stop her nightmares. I also just need to make sure that none of these are like, gonna blow up on them anytime soon.
And how are you going to
I
find
don't.
that? Okay. That's fair.
Balder,
No, it's okay.
it's been a hard week. I don't
understand.
know.
I'm just trying to understand what's going on is all.
That's fair. Again, I wasn't expecting you guys to. Are the other ones coming? What's happening? A bear?
No, they're taking the bear out, yeah.
When was there a bear?
After you left, before I came here.
Okay, that's a long time. What happened? Why was there a bear?
Oh, we were when after you left, we did the message thing, the letter.
Yes. Okay. You got the
yeah.
It's the pamphlets.
And then we left that place and immediately encountered a lancer that was trying to capture a child. And then
I got it. Yeah.
And then we killed the lancers.
Oh
and
God.
Jax was like, "I had the power," and then a lightning struck, and then a bear came out of the lightning.
That I did see that actually. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
He can summon bears now?
I think it might just be the one. His name is Philip. I got to ride him. He's a very good fella.
Great.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And I think on that we will shift over to the other two.
Oh my God, you two! Oh my God!
What the actual fuck?
He's a very good fella.
You guys are crazy. Because we've already also gone over time a little bit. So we are going to do some stuff with the other two to get us a little closer to wrap. So yeah, the guards have retreated, at least for now. Jax, the aura of intimidation and power gradually recedes. Kale, Jax, what you up to?
There's that moment after a fight when you're like all pumped up and then all of the energy drains out of you as the adrenaline ebbs out of your system, and the 2 days awake, no food, exhaustion kicks in hard. So Kale's gonna look over at the retreating lancers, look over at the lance, try and pull it out of the sidewalk, and then they do that in a very strong way. But then they will crumple and start using it like a cane to hobble over to their front door, and they're like, "I am going inside my house now."
It is bolted. They have bolted it shut.
Give me a boost. I'm going to go over to the tree and just start climbing.
I mean, I could just try to kick it open.
No.
Yeah, there's also
that is
the
still
back door.
my front door. I could go try that.
Yeah, there's also the back door,
probably
which
also
instead
bolted.
of opening out, opens in, so it's easier to break the door.
I'll go peek at that and see if they've also bolted that or nailed a board over it. And if that doesn't work, I can get in through my window upstairs.
Yeah, this one is also kind of It doesn't have like the metal bolt screwed across it the way that the front one did, but there are a couple of boards that simply because it is not designed to open the same way that the front door is. It would not pass OSHA because it opens in, so it is not good for like an emergency exit. But it is opens that way to allow for the receiving of inventory, essentially. So it would be easier to kind of force this one open because it does not open against the boards.
Right.
You can
We could
attempt
just
to
wrench the
climb
boards
up.
off.
Yeah, you can attempt to climb up to your kind of balcony-ish area via the tree, but remember how difficult climbing is for Jax sometimes.
That's true. Let's just wrench at this board. So I'm
Look,
gonna go back
hold
there and I'm just like,
on.
I'm trying to be generous because Jax can get through doors, but
yep.
Jax climbing something. I'm trying
not great.
I'm trying to be nice.
How
Give
was
me
a
enough time.
19 to pull the boards off the door?
Very effective.
Mhm.
19 is a minor effect, so you manage to kind of wrench them. You use the spear a little bit, and you toss them to the side. And as you're doing so, you see a wrapped parcel
Hmm.
in that same hidden nook of the tree left behind that
I
you
will
like receive messages from the moles in.
grab that and take a look at it.
It's big.
Okay, then I'll pull it out. I'll be like, after you, Jax, and then grab out the thing from its niche. Because I know that this is the entrance the moles usually use.
Which you had left open for them. So who knows if they were still present when the guards arrived. There is not necessarily a sign of struggle so much as stuff overturned having essentially been looking for you. There is also the smell of 2-week-old rotten food that had not been cleaned up, just kind of
Yep.
permeating the downstairs because you had left stew out for the
The moles to feed everybody.
to
Yeah.
feed them. And that has just kind of been sitting
Yeah,
open,
I will do all those things that you
only
do when
half
you've been
finished.
away from
Yeah.
home for a long time. So the first thing is I'll come in, I'll put the bundle down for a moment, take the pot of stew and put it out in the alleyway. I'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
And then Kale's will come back and pick up the package and then just go straight up the stairs. So we're coming back in through where there's like a little storage room and a kitchen and a little washroom. And then if you come out into the main tea shop, there's a set of stairs that actually go up on the side of the tree because there's a tree growing in the corner of the tea shop. And the tea shop is almost wrapped around it halfway around. So they go up and head straight for the stairs to the upstairs. And there's like a little rope that says like management only. And I'll take that aside and just start going up and say, there's beds up here. I don't know how much sleep we're going to be able to get before the Lancers are back with reinforcements, but we can at least rest for a moment. God, I'm tired.
You think Sybil's okay?
I hope so.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll be fine. The both of them, right?
She's going to go meet her family, so
They're weak but resourceful. Yeah.
come on up. We'll have a sit for a moment. Make yourself at home. And if upstairs there's like a little reading nook, a couch and a love seat around a little table with like tea implements on it, a hammock in one of the corners, and then a bed with curtains all around it. Like a well-lived-in, comfy little house. It's not huge. And the upper living quarters are all wrapped around a greenhouse. So the first thing Kale is going to do is probably go check on the greenhouse because it hasn't been watered in like 2 weeks.
Before you even notice, Jax is just in the hammock already. He's just chilling. Yeah.
Right. It's like right beside the bookshelves, so you could like reach over and grab a book, which is clearly what it's for.
Start swinging too.
Yeah.
Not too much, but just a little bit.
It's again overturned for the most part. They had searched the building for you before posting someone there essentially for if you came back. It's not like it was completely seized. It's just that they made it so that it's difficult to enter and someone is there to catch you. So there's no
Yep.
like battalion essentially waiting for you. So
Kale
your
will
stuff is
hut
rifled
over
through, but not
everything.
taken.
Yeah, Kale will
Nothing's
hut over
taken,
things that have been
essentially.
like ruffled aside. They'll be like, I'll deal with that later. And then they go out to the greenhouse and they're like, oh, my lovelies. Oh, no one's watered you in a moment. And they'll fuss around for a moment with it, tending to their garden. And then very tired, they'll give it a very, very quick water and trim a couple things. And then they'll be like, no, that's not priority. Lancers are coming. I need to rest. And they'll shuffle back out into the main living area and just flop down on their bed. What are we going to do, Jax?
Apologies. I have to go right now.
What?
No, this is me out of character. I have to
Oh,
go right
crap.
now.
Cool. Jax falls asleep.
I have to go like right now, so I apologize, everybody.
No worries.
Okay.
See ya.
But
Bye.
yeah, bye.
Thank you. Sorry.
y'all.
Sorry.
Bye. We did go a little
Ooh,
overtime.
Oh, that's
kinda.
true.
We did. Let me
Yeah.
try and shuffle some screens because we are now looking
We're going to be a
super,
little wobbly.
yeah, super funky.
Completely.
Really good.
Well, no, so
Okay, you want
the
multiple crab legs?
We are
Who
at
knows?
least temporarily back.
Okay. We're
But
back.
yeah, so let's see where.
howdy.
so
Back-
let me
back to-
face- there's Selena.
Nailed it.
So
But yeah, so you.
Kale like falls on the bed and is just like,
Yeah.
What are we going to
What are we
do,
gonna do?
Jax? And then there's just
And
a snore.
Yeah. As Jax essentially has passed out after being
Being dead.
very, very tired, being dead, getting through a fight, getting through another fight after walking through the city
Mhm.
with Philip, and you are left contemplating it on your own with some sort of mysterious package wrapped up next to you.
I will, against all my body's urgings, sit up
Mhm.
and put my head in my hands for a moment and then look at the bundle next to me, pick it up and unwrap it. Because if the moles thought it was important enough to leave, then it's got to be pretty important.
Well, so there is a note pinned within the wrappings of the rags that essentially are around it, that says in kind of the shorthand that the moles use. So it's not like fully spelled out, but it's in the shorthand that you would at least be able to read. The shiny rock guy dropped this. We swiped it before the guards could, but the boss don't want it down home. Maybe you know what to do with it.
I will take it out, and I have suspicions about what it might be.
All right, it is a basically it is kind of flat, oblong, about like this strange markings all over it that kind of resemble some of those things that you have used to, say, turn on the lights in Buchan's study before.
Huh.
It's 1 to 2 inches thick and not really damaged. It seems mostly intact, but there is a barely detectable seam around it.
Okay. I'm gonna put my palm on it like it was one of the door sensors, for lack of a better term. Doesn't react.
Nope.
Oh, I have identify
Okay.
as my new specialization. Can I
Useful.
figure out what this is?
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll.
13.
13. Go ahead and read identify out for me. Is it just a skill or is
Yeah,
it
it's a
like
skill. It's
ability?
identifying. It's
Okay.
a explorer thing too.
It is an artifact or magical item of some kind. We're already able to really tell that for the most part. You don't know what it does. You've never seen one before to be able to identify it as something that you are familiar with.
Okay.
Based off of the markings on it, it can activate in some fashion. It is not damaged. But beyond that, attempting to identify it is a little difficult without the experience of what it might be.
Yeah.
Um,
I will turn to Pico and if they're still awake, because I know they've had a long day too, and be like, Pico, do you have any idea what this might be?
People will kind of crawl forward and scratch at it a little bit and look. I think it's a transport marker.
A what?
I think it's a transport marker.
Interesting. What would it transport?
People, things.
Oh,
It's used for transport.
hmm. All right. Kale's gonna stand up, holding the transport marker in one hand, and just sort of pace around the room for a moment, having a deep think. Because they're in a situation where they desperately do not want to leave their home. They
Yeah.
just got it back, but there are
Yep.
already lancers probably incoming.
Mm-hmm.
And they're feeling like that the circumstances ring them in like a cornered beast. They do not like that feeling at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're gonna walk over to the tree where it grows up through the second story, just by the window where they like to sit and read. And they can see the branches start to spread out from the window beside them, even though it's growing through the wall and then goes out and around the front of the building. And they're gonna put their face on the tree as they do when they're usually feeling down, and just kind of hug the
Mhm.
tree for a moment and rest themselves against it and be like, friend, old friend, we've been together through thick and thin, you and I. I don't want to leave. I desperately don't want to leave here again. But they are going to hunt me back here to my lair, no matter what I do. And I wish I could stay. But I need a sanctuary. I need somewhere for us to be safe. You don't understand the things we've been through. Jax was dead yesterday. And this morning I heard the singing of the earth. The song of the earth itself. I imagine that you probably hear that song all the time. Do you? Maybe. And they're going to look around. Jax is still asleep. And look, Pico, I have a mad idea. if it's stupid, pretend this never happened. We never speak it again. And then they're going to whip off their robe, and they're wearing just a really thin tank top underneath, and completely alone, so no one else sees this.
Yeah.
But from their left shoulder down across their back and to their right hip, there are dozens of crystal shards that are weirdly condensed because they were much larger when they blocked the explosion of the artifact with their dragon body. And they're going to try and twist around and reach some of the larger pieces and try to wrench them out of their back. Because I think you said there was 1 or 2 larger shards.
So, because I know what you're trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
you can either give me a might roll
Yep.
to try and rip it out, or you can spend an
A
experience
special
point
cipher. Ooh. What about my special
to
cipher?
achieve. You can use your cipher to like
To help the might. Yeah.
to either help the might or
No, I'm
re-roll
spending
or
an XP
whatever.
on this because
Okay,
it's cool AF.
So yeah, you reach back and your claws
What is
dig
happening?
into your flesh to rip the piece of
Yeah.
crystal out, and Pico like stands up in alarm. What are you doing? What are
I
you
said it was
doing?
mad. I said it was completely mad. I have a feeling, all right?
Okay. So you have the piece of crystal shard from the artifact covered in your blood.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do with it?
I'll lay my hand on the tree again, holding this bloody shard of crystal in my other hand, and lay my hand on it and say, friend, can I hurt you just a little bit? I need to make a hole here. I'm terribly sorry. And then with their claw, they're going to carve as gently as they can a shallow into the tree, through the bark and into the spongy sort of endochamium of the tree. Because, you know, if the magic works by putting it in their body, maybe the tree will work as well. And then they're going to take the shard of pure magic covered in dragon blood and just gently force it into the tree and concentrate like they did when they were doing the ritual on trying to hear that singing of the earth under them. And they're going to say, whoever is out there, help me. I need a sanctuary. I need a safe place to be for my friends and I to rest and recover and replenish our strength. Earth, song, hear me.
Okay. So as you rip it out, you would have taken 2 points of
That's
damage,
good.
specifically to might because of it being ripped from your body.
That's cool.
And you press it into the slice in the tree that you have created. And as you're doing so, Pico is watching this in concern, and then he leaps off of the bed at you. What are you doing? Not here!
Oh,
And
shit.
then
Oh, shit.
all of your recovery rolls disappear for the day,
Cool.
as it takes all of the energy in your body,
Cool.
and you feel it ricochet and echo through you as lights spring around you like those not quite will-o-the-wisps that you had seen. And there is the sound of creaking branches and plants like in a storm, and you can almost feel as the rain above you finally does open up, and then you pass out as the tree
Amazing.
grows and other trees grow and more
Oh, no.
and
What have I
more,
done?
and we will find out what all of that means
Ew.
next time.
Kayla, you're not allowed to
Sorry.
be alone.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
And I did not fix the screens on our big display, so we are going to say goodbye from this one. So I am
How is
sorry that you are
Boulder
tiny Maggie.
the least
Okay.
chaotic one? I don't.
Are
You
you?
left me
Yeah.
alone. You left me alone for
Yes.
10 minutes.
We're
Not
talking.
even on purpose.
We're talking dream mirror of Jack's being appeared. Sybil, fucking it's dragon tree sanctuary in the middle of fucking city and lightning bear. The worst I've done is be a little bit kooky.
You just haven't taken your opportunity for chaos yet.
Yes, because we
You'll
haven't
get
touched
there.
it. Just
You'll
wait
get
until we
there.
get there.
You rode a bear through the city. That's pretty chaotic.
Yeah, it's somebody else's bear though. You know, it's not. It's like I'm writing somebody else's chaos.
I would like to circle back to whatever the fuck Kale just did.
Mhm.
You'll find out. You'll find out.
I don't even know what I'm
You
doing.
don't know.
I don't know
You
what I'm
don't
doing.
know. You'll
Do
find
it.
out.
Well, Maggie isn't.
Even Kale
What?
even Kale and Alina aren't super sure what they've done. They had an idea to create something, and I am spinning that into
Well,
something.
They
I
certainly
just
created
want my
something.
house back.
Yeah, you just want your
It
lair.
is
You're just a
something.
dragon that wants their
Yeah,
lair and their
listen.
hoard of tea. Your hoard
Mhm.
is tea.
Yes.
But yeah, so
I just
we
needed to
will.
become a tree dragon with the house on the
Oh my
back, Baba
God.
Yaga
Yeah.
style.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
So yeah, we'll find out what happens next
See ya
time.
next time.
For our lovely audience, because we will be missing Maggie for our next official session. There
Mhm.
will probably be an interim in between recording that will likely air a little bit before we do our official session.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I am sure that you guys will eagerly anticipate the next time. In the meantime, I'm Evie, the Disaster GM. Pronouns are she, they, or any. Let's go ahead and go around before we got to go for the night. Let's start with Maggie since you went last time.
That's me. I'm Maggie. I played Sybil. You can find me here for the most. I yield my time. I don't know,
You're just
man.
like, what the
Instead of
fuck?
night.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. A little crazy. Alina, our artist, let's go
Yo.
with you. I think you have a couple of things that you can announce.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Alina Pete. I am they them. I've been playing Kale, who just what the fuck. You can find me online at alinapete.com, at Alina Pete on most socials, or next weekend at Emerald City Comic Con in Seattle. I will be at table 2235 in the basement. Or no, upstairs.
Okay.
It's gonna be real cool. I'll do drawing and stuff there.
Okay.
And then
That's it.
on alternate Fridays, I am on twitch.tv/WhereGeekComics,
Yeah.
playing some D&D 5e.
Alright.
But I post about that on Blue Sky, so follow me there. You won't miss any of my streaming.
All right, very cool. And then last but certainly not least, Joel, who is another
hello.
staff member.
I am the staff member whose character was probably forgotten by Jackson Kale this episode. Joel, it's me. Hello. So I have every other Sunday, like not this next Sunday, the one after, I have Empyrean Rising on Altered Echo Archives.
Sounds great. You should watch
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
And then if you want to support me directly, I have a Ko-fi, one of those, where I'm actually posting my my stories on, and I made the first chapter of the Lake of Crimson Tears available for free, and if you subscribe, you get access to all the other stuff that I've put there, which are like, it's not all of it. I'm on hotspot. It takes a while to put shit on there. But yeah, that's me here and over
Very
there,
cool.
which is also
Very
technically
cool.
here because it's me over there. It's just here.
Okay, very cool.
Mhm.
But yes, so thank you very much for everyone that tuned in. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are watching via YouTube, or give us a follow if you are watching via Twitch. We air Empyrean Rising every other Sunday, as was so generously mentioned by the wonderful Joel. And we have other things in the works that may be coming to you a little later this year. And
I don't
we
know what that
will
is.
catch you next time. Have a wonderful evening.
Fare thee well.
Bye.
And